What's up, everyone?
Yo, what's going on,
Welcome to
everybody?
CloudNationTV. We are live, YouTube, Facebook, Trovo. Welcome, everyone. So, we got part of the panel that is coming in a bit later. He had to go pick up his kid. His wife was working overtime, all kind of stuff here and there. So, he'll be in. Don't worry, you'll see him. So, what's up, guys? So we got Maker of Chaos, Ray3473, and myself, of course. We'll start. Maker, what's up, man? What you been doing? What have you been gaming?
Nothing much. A lot of World of Warcraft, and been playing Trifox. I actually pushed out a review on CGX yesterday because I got the code a little early and was able to do some content on that. And yeah, I'm trying to think what else that I might have played. A little bit of Fortnite. You know, that's about it. Not too much this week.
Awesome. Yeah, we got busy weeks in there. Myself as well. Ray, what's up, man?
Nothing, man. CGD Simulations reached out to me the other day. Wanted to know if I had GTFO, and I said yeah. So we streamed that with Codex, David, and their friend Matt. We had a lot of fun running around trying to kill aliens. That was pretty cool. I stayed up 3 o'clock in the morning to wait for Scorn. Played Scorn, and I'm like, what the hell am I playing? I just could not get into it, man. I'm sorry. The puzzles were kind of weird. Maybe I need to go back and try it, but that was kind of weird. And then I got my my Twitch money, so I spent that. I went to CD's Keys and picked up NBA 2K3 because basketball's starting officially in a few days. Holy crap, 131 gigabytes. 131 gigabytes, and I had to download that. I put it on my Shadow PC because no way in hell it would have fit on my regular computer. It was crazy, but I still got a hell of a deal. Let's see, what else have I been playing? I've been playing FIFA. I've been playing yeah, that's about it. Just playing the sports games. Yeah, good to be here. What's up, chat?
Awesome. As for myself, as usual, I've been playing some Fortnite every Monday, live on here as well. I've actually been spending a bit of time this time playing some PlayStation Cloud Gaming, PlayStation Plus, and again improvement from Sony from time to time. I didn't get any issues. Like the UI was problematic before. Well, when they updated to the PlayStation Plus Cloud Gaming with the new plan, there was a lot of link not working. Some stuff was glitchy. They seem to have ironed all that out, so it's working really well. As for the streaming quality, it's perfect for me. It's pretty much close to what I get with GeForce now. I get zero latency at all. Like once in a while, like maybe once an hour, a tiny bit of pixelation, maybe half a second. Like barely, if to say that it happened, and at very rare moments. So all in all, like it felt like if I had a PlayStation in a room with me, was playing
Whoa! So would you say that's
1440p.
better than you doing XCloud, or which one's
Yeah,
better?
the quality for me is definitely a lot better than XCloud. So XCloud really improved a lot. It's very playable. I enjoy playing with it. PlayStation is top notch. It's my experience with it. I know from person to person it'll change. Everyone will have a different experience with different cloud gaming services. But PlayStation 100% feels like playing with a local machine. No glitches whatsoever. Like I mentioned earlier, I got like a few instances of very short pixelation, but it rarely happened, and it really like you had to catch it to see it. Other than that, like performance was perfect. So they've been working on it. It's always been good with me, but like certain games with more detail, like Horizon Zero Dawn, for example, it looked a tiny bit more washed out in some areas where there were a lot of leaves moving, like a lot of action on the screen, like pixel moving. But like I was playing Uncharted 4, and man, it was gorgeous. It really looked good. So in terms of cloud gaming, they really improved the quality. And also, I tried Celeste just to see because it's a game that's easy to see if you have any latency at all. No latency at all. It's really direct, really snap on. You play, and it's quick action, uh, crystal clear quality for the stream quality. So they just need to improve the machine behind to get the PS5 rigs or PS5 simulator or whatever. And they're getting ready to get some top-notch quality on there. And yeah, you mentioned xCloud. xCloud is doing a lot of work as well. They've improved a lot. Still, in terms of graphic, there is some work to do. It's still a bit fuzzy here and there. And still a lot of pixelation, especially if I go from bright areas to from dark areas to bright areas. I'll get a lot of pixelation. It takes a while for it to leave. But it's still not too often that it's breaking the experience. So you can still jump in a game and really play, and it plays well. Like I played around the Fortnite. I'm actually going to think I'm going to practice with playing Fortnite with a controller because I've mostly played it just with mouse and keyboard. But controller, you get better movement control. It's just aiming that suffers a bit. But I was able to play Fortnite without any problem on xCloud. So, yeah, both of them are really getting there. They're really on the way. I think that within probably 2 to 3 years, both will be up to date with the consoles. Will have console-like experience in the cloud. Will be caught up. Then it'll just be like next generation console. From what I can see, it'll probably be they'll release a physical console, but you'll have parity in the cloud, and it will be your choice. Do you know that you have a good enough internet to play in the cloud, or do you still need to have a console in your home? That will be the difference between the two. Instead of if the console will 100% give you a better experience. No, I think if your internet is good enough, the cloud will give you the equivalent of the console in the future. So, but we're really getting on a good path to get there right now, from my experience with both PlayStation and Xbox. So, really happy about that. So, yeah, it's what I've been trying those last few weeks. Been going between xCloud and PlayStation Plus, and very happy. So, we'll see what's going on with the chat. So, we got Vet Cloud Gaming with the eyes. Yeah, he's on his way. He's going to be there soon. And we got Cowboy Anthony. What's up? And now your mama knows.
Thank you for the epic retweet, Cowboy.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you everyone for coming. It's always awesome having you all in the chat. So Victor, what's up? Hiya. Holtz, good to see you, man. Oh, stream element. Let's keep that. That needs to be fired. Yeah, sometimes, but he's an okay guy. Ray with yo. And we got Ron Slusher, aka Dr. Space Ron, in here.
I've been seeing the games he's playing. He's tweeting out the games, some gameplay. Way to go, Ron.
Yeah, man. Good job. Yeah, holds a commitment right there, waiting till 3 a.m. Yeah, to play scoring. It's sad that you were disappointed by the game.
Puzzle, some maker's game.
Yeah, I should give it a try.
You mean Shadow PC? They're getting ready to upgrade me, Ron. I just got my email.
I was going to say, I actually saw in a 1-hour video like a week or two ago of gameplay and was like, yeah, this game looks slow and I'm probably not going to like it.
I'll probably check it out, but I don't think it's 100%.
See, somebody like Doctor could figure it out because he's smart. But damn, it's puzzles. Puzzles game like that, I want a gun and I want to shoot aliens all the time. Not figure out puzzles. So
Yeah, it's apparently killing creatures is not like an important part of it. I was listening to a review. It's more about kind of its atmosphere and this kind of like otherworldly kind of world. So it's very kind of it's kind of artsy. I'm not gonna lie.
it's
Like Mist,
beautiful.
but in a ground beef
Aliens.
environment.
A lot of people compared it to Death Stranding because a lot of people don't like the gameplay loop of Death Stranding, and then
Death String or Deathloop?
Death Stranding.
Just
Death
strange.
And
Stranding?
a lot of people like the gameplay loop for
Well, you
Death
feel
Stranding.
like you're what? Well, they used to call Death Stranding a walking simulator, which I eventually played and loved Death Stranding, but I'll pick Death Stranding over Scorn right now because you feel like, I mean, the atmosphere and the alien, you feel like you're on the alien ship walking around, but that's what you're doing. You just trying to figure out these different puzzles and all these creatures and stuff. And I think once I'll figure it out, but if you just go in and you don't know what you're doing, like, at poor SPG, I think I watched him stream it and it like damn near an hour just to figure out one part puzzle. I mean, it's crazy.
Interesting. I'll have to give it a look.
But Doctor will figure it out. He's smart. He'll figure. He's like,
not always. Not always.
See, Ray, you're just dumb.
And we got Meg in the chat. What's up, guys? It's time for my favorite Dirty Cloud panel. Oh yeah, there is some of that happens.
It's gonna get real nasty.
Yeah,
I love when she streams Valhalla.
At this time, normally we're still clean, but a bit later on, it gets get your kids to bed kind of content.
Pickles.
And where's VR Vet Web Beauty Cloud Gaming? He'll be there eventually. He'll be there. Yo, chat. That got stuck in VR world, lol. And we got Lee in the chat. What's up, man? Good to see you.
I had so much fun playing with Lee today. That was pretty awesome.
Nice.
Oh, Ash the Ashes is dude scoring is sick. It's a genre that isn't for everyone, but it fills out the library. Like I said, man, I gotta play it again. I was playing like 3 a.m, and I was expecting,
So he created his own thing, Vet Reality. Yeah, he's on his way. Stadia as a console. Yeah. Hey, we got Ashes. What's up, man? Good to see you. So yeah, Anthony said I'm going to try Scorn tomorrow, and the best thing is it's on Game Pass, so it's no harm, no foul if we don't like it. Absolutely.
I downloaded it to my Series S, and I'm about to take it off. But the graphics, man, graphics is beautiful. I will say that.
It's a good thing about the subscriptions. Like, it doesn't lock you in. Like, you can try if you like.
If I spent 60, 70, no, that game's not that expensive. So I'll say what, $40, $30. If I spent that on it, I don't know. But I gotta give it another try.
Mm-hmm. Ashes says, dude, Scorn is sick. It's a genre that it isn't for everyone, but it fills out the library. Who is all the same type of game people would complain? Absolutely. Different,
like I said,
different strokes for different
folks, brother. Yeah. Maker, man, he loves those soul games, man. Screw that. I can't do that.
Ron said Gamefly is winding down. Well, there's a lot of subscriptions out there. Gamefly, I believe, has its place, but they might need
Gamefly will never die as long as they got a cowboy.
Yeah. Meg said, I also love Death Stranding. I think it's one of the games you either click with or in love or think it's dumb.
I agree. A lot
of games like that.
I agree with that.
I don't want Scorn. It's too scary.
Yeah, she would be terrified. She'd be terrified.
It's like a frozen corn cob. It's a scorn. Snow scorn. Apparently, Ved likes corn.
Yeah, he does.
That's why here in the U.S., Gamefly is the best value in gaming. Okay, and Audi is here. What's up, Audi?
Hey, Audi,
Good to
how
see
you
you, man.
doing?
CGD says I tried Astragalus today. Feels like an Immortal Phoenix look. Not my cup of tea. Not familiar with that game. I have to look it up. Doom is far different. Gameplay, no. Yeah, there's with the subscription models we're having. It's like even Nintendo. It's the subscription model. Is it giving you access to free games? I know they have a subscription model, but never played with it.
Are you talking about
Uh,
GameFly?
no, Nintendo. Like there's a Game Pass, there's PlayStation Plus. Nintendo has a subscription plan. Is it just for online services, or it provides you
Just
games as well?
It provides you games, but
it provides you
it's like
games.
it's classic games, so it's only
Ye-
like
Hey,
N64 style.
beautiful retro NES, Super Nintendo, and 64 games that are cool.
But no day and date.
No, but
It does. You can get DLC for specific stuff free with the subscription plan. For example, Animal Crossing got a DLC, and you could get it free if you subscribe.
mhm.
Okay, cool. So a bit like Game Pass and PlayStation Plus for those DLC. That's nice. Okay. CGD says came to GFN yesterday. Oh yeah, tried Asterigos. You can tell it is an indie-sized game like Phoenix, but low budget. Okay, yeah. Max says Ashes. I want to play Asterigos game, but I should probably just go back and finish Phoenix Rising. I need to finish that game. Still haven't
Damn, you
finished
know
it.
what? I haven't finished that either.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Anthony says, I'm pretty happy to see many gamers have moved past Stadia diet, meaning I noticed so many gamers moving forward and playing other platforms.
I've been playing other
It's
platforms, brother.
I've always
it's
been like that.
we've seen a lot of movement, and frankly, it's refreshing seeing, like, I don't want to say it was like a cocoon that was keeping everyone inside and like sheltered or anything, but it's nice to see a lot of people to stop talking to other people's talking again and exploring new platforms. Like, okay, now you don't have to commit to one platform. There's xClouds out there, PlayStation's out there, GeForce Now's out there, there's Boosteroid, there's
Dude,
Black Knot is coming up.
I I'm loving seeing like somebody like Rue Diggs playing GeForce, and now he has a GeForce platform show, and he got a PlayStation 5, so he's doing cloud, he's doing console, and he's having fun. That's what it all is, gaming and having fun.
Yeah, I saw someone mention because they got a Xbox and that they're enjoying a lot of the titles that they're playing on there. Like there's some stuff by Don't Nod that they
Right.
had been playing and that weren't available on Stadia and that they were enjoying stuff like that. So really, to me, it's all about the games, you know, and that's why
Absolutely.
I agree.
I like to have a lot of these systems if I can because I want to experience a lot of cool games and have these cool experiences.
I agree with you, brother.
Yep. So Ashes said, all beautiful butterflies now, according to Doctor. Thanks, man. Talked about the cocoon. And Christopher, what's up? Yeah, you have to move on. We can't cry about it. It's all about gaming. I think it's better this way. Yeah, it's Stadia was winding down for a while. It was personally like at first when I noticed it was happening, I found it hurtful because it was a platform I really, really loved. And I saw like the updates were not coming, like the updates from the platform, like informing us like we had the cool events at the beginning and those were getting farther and farther apart. And some games that were supposed to come, then okay, it's not coming anymore. And like we have to move past that. It's now we're at a point where there's a bright future for cloud gaming. There's a lot of other stuff coming around the corner that's really interesting. It's really open out. We're in an interesting age for gaming.
Meg's putting a lot of stuff in the chat.
Ashes did say once you dip into services like Game Pass, start not enjoying them. It's a good value.
It's a
Meg says,
hell of a value. On the 17th, we're getting the boy who can summon the rats. I forgot the name of that, but the Black Death and the rats everywhere in the
yeah.
medieval.
What's the name again?
But
I'm pulling blank on it. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Flagtail, yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out on the 17th on Game Pass.
I thought it was like 18th, but.
And now Yamamano says many stations are going to have their gaming libraries open up big time, and I believe they're going to love. If it's just sad they were forced to play more games, but while in Stadia we got to complete some games, and we get our money back. That's amazing. And if you want to rebuy those games, a lot of those games are now available to like 1/10 of the price. So if you bought them on release,
Steam Deck, or invest in something else. GeForce, Luna, Black Nuts. I mean Black Nut. I don't know why I keep saying Black Nuts. Dude, I almost got in trouble. You know that picture that I sent on the so I found this sculpture of some black nuts, right? And I said, oh, you know what? I'm going to put this in my folder and I'm going to send it in my Twitter thread. My wife walked up and she says, why are you looking at nuts? And I'm like, no, what is wrong with you? I'm like, no. It's a gaming, cloud gaming platform called Black Nut. And not the like nut, like, you know, it was hard to explain, but that happened this morning.
Christopher is asking, it's only for Game Pass, correct? I think he's talking about Blacktail, the new one.
That is only Game
It's
Pass.
on,
you can
GFN.
get on GFN too. You got to.
It's on multiple platforms.
Yeah.
Subscription though, I think it'll only be on Game Pass subscription wise, but it's going on, and it's going to be on Xbox, PlayStation, PC. It's going on GFN. It's going to multiple platform. They're so good. It's not a rat's fault you don't like them. I have to play Blacktail. I haven't played it, but I've heard so much good stuff about it.
Oh my god, Doctor, you gotta. Oh, dude, you gotta play.
Yeah, I gotta.
It's good.
It's in my list.
Yeah, it went off Game Pass, so it's not there anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Ghostbusters.
Yeah, there's a new Ghostbuster game coming. You were saying?
I know it recently went off Game Pass, so Plague Tale's not on that anymore. But I'm excited for the sequel because I did enjoy the first one a lot.
Nice. Meg says GFN is nice because you build up your Steam and Epic libraries, so it feels safer for me after Stadia. Yeah, but we're getting our money back, so it's not too bad.
And then I think about the time when we do get our money back, there's going to be like sales after Christmas. There's gonna be there's always sales on Steam and Epic.
Anthony says, I think I'm only buying one game that I bought on Stadia, which is Chorus. Everything else, I'll just be thankful I got to play those games for free.
Hey, Luna had Chorus.
Mm-hmm. Game Pass is nice because in advance you just get access to the games that are on there currently. It's awesome. It's awesome, those subscriptions. Look forward to when they enable us to play own games on xCloud. That apparently is coming very soon.
Mm-hmm.
I saw someone say earlier that because actually I can show it.
It's coming.
Well, I'll share my screen. Won't be long because it's part of the stuff we wanted to show. So, Phil Spencer shared a photo of, was actually talking about the Bubblehead, I believe. Yeah, it's talking about Fallout, so it's showing it as Fallout Bubblehead here and a bunch of Bethesda stuff with other games like Kojima game and stuff like that. But there's a little box there. It's very small, so Nibble caught on this, or somebody told him about it and zoomed on it. So it looks like a very small Xbox Series S. So there's been rumors about Project Keystone for a while, a streaming box that Xbox is working on, dedicated for cloud gaming. So it looks like it's that box. It's in Phil Spencer's office. I don't know if it's the last edition, like the last prototype or the actual production model. But if it's there and that he's showing it in a picture, it's very likely that this is releasing soon. And I saw someone comment that it's probably coming out at the same time that they will make the announcement that you can play purchase game on xCloud. So that would be pretty interesting. So probably very soon. Yeah, Ash has said this year, Meg. I've seen a lot of reports saying it's coming very soon. Very, very soon. Meg says, Anthony, yes, the only games I plan on buying is CPU, Cyberpunk 2077. Other than that, I will take my paycheck and go. Yeah. And yeah, this year. Lee said it was on the Humble Bundle last month, I think. Was that a Plagsdale or?
I think so. But
Yeah.
I did want to mention, I think they might announce it during the Game Awards, because the Series X was announced during the Game Awards when they announced that.
Oh, a good
Good
shot.
call. When's the Game Awards again? It's this month or next month?
It's December. It's not next month. It's the month after that.
December?
It's like December 12th-ish, I believe.
Okay. Good call. Right in time for the holidays.
Yep. And yeah,
Yep.
I think it's smart. I think they won't drop purchases until the actual console drops, like kind of like a hand-in-hand type deal, where it's like, we're dropping this, and as soon as we drop this, you'll be able to play purchased games through the cloud. To me, that just makes total sense.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see that. Can't wait to be able to play purchase games. xCloud runs so well for me, I might actually ditch my Xbox Series S because its performance is awesome. So Holt says, nothing worse than a partner walks in at the wrong time. Remember the shock when mine at the time walked in and saw me play Catherine on PS. Like, yeah, it's the kind of thing, like, especially games like Catherine. If you're married or got a partner, it's like, okay, I'm giving up on those games. I make sure that if I play them, the door is locked because it's hard to explain why that's on the screen. It's kind of an embarrassing game. It's a fun game, but yeah. Meg says, literally, Cyberpunk sale ended the day before the Stadia announcement. Very bad timing for me personally. Aw, man. Anthony Meg, definitely. Someone said rather Stadia stayed and get their money back. I think they're on crack. Yeah. I don't know. It's sad. A lot of people saw a lot of value on Stadia and it's going, but there's a lot of alternatives, and Google still has the servers. They'll probably still be involved in some ways in gaming. We'll see over time. I'm gonna get forward in the chat. A lot of stuff. Xbox streaming bucks. I don't want to buy more hardware. Do you think there'll be any perks to the Xbox compared to browser? I don't think they'll make much of a difference.
It'll be
Maker?
small.
Right?
I think honestly, I think the box will be better because I think it's gonna have, because like just look at like the NVIDIA Shield. It's optimized so that it helps out with that stream, and so I think something similar with Xbox with their console. It's going to do something similar.
Like better enhanced for the codec and some upscaling and all that.
Yep, exactly
Good
that.
call.
Yeah. Well, that way they can charge a little bit of a premium for it and add those little extra bits, and so they're not just saying it just streams it, but why don't I have it on my TV? No, this makes it better, type deal.
But what about those deals they have like with Samsung where they're putting the Xbox app?
I think
Will
that'll
it
work
be a
fine
lot
too,
better?
but they'll probably advertise it as a better experience. Like you'll get a better experience if you use the box compared to like directly from the TV.
I think they're just trying to cover everybody. If you don't have the Samsung Hub TVs, boom, you can get this. You want to get a console, boom, you could do that. You want a PC, boom, you could do that. You want to play in your browser, boom. Hell, we even got Chromebooks now, boom, you could do. I mean, it's like
hit from all fronts.
They're everywhere.
Because like for me, like I was saying earlier, PlayStation really optimized the stream on the PC app. So when I play on a PC, it uses my hardware. Like I've got an RTX 2060 in my PC, and like I can go into PlayStation. Actually, I can open the app and show you on stream in the settings. It'll list my GPU, so it'll be very small because for some reason it's a window that I cannot make larger than this. But that very small window here. So the first check says optimize app performance. So it uses GPU and hardware accelerated rendering to make the app run smoothly. So I got that checked. And the second one says optimize game stream. So uses the GPU to upscale the game resolution to maximum quality, requires hardware accelerated rendering. I've got that as well checked. I'd actually need to eventually do some tests to see how much of a difference it makes if I check it or not. Just see how much it improves the stream quality. But yeah, it uses my GPU to. So my guess is an AI system that's in there that optimizes the stream quality, and it looks fantastic for me.
I don't necessarily think it's. To me, it's something similar to the hardware acceleration in browsers. I don't think it's like anything AI based, unfortunately.
It does do a pretty good job, though. It looks fantastic for me. So that's Ashes says no need to, but good option for those that need it. That particular box is an old prototype, but it is coming. That'll be interesting. Is it like a Chromecast? I think what it will be is like having an Xbox Series S or X. Like you turn it on, you have the whole UI. You can access like your Netflix, your Game Pass, the Xbox Store, and everything in there. But you won't be able to play games locally and install them. It'll only be playable in the cloud. That's what I think that box will be. Pretty much. SOT is on Game Pass. Again, never leaving. What's SOT? Wait.
Sea of Thieves.
Oh, Sea of Thieves. Okay, yeah. When Starfield comes out, I will stream it on xCloud regardless of the quality. LOL. That game, yeah, I'll do the same. Especially like I've got an Xbox Series S. Like I'm saying, I'm thinking of selling it because especially games as big as Starfield will probably take a hit on the Xbox Series S, and in xCloud it will be the Xbox Series X. So, good child maker, could see that. Great way to build hype. Yeah.
See, that's where him and Mr. Urbanwell are holding hands in the VR world.
You mean they're spending time there right now?
At Vet Gaming, what's it? Vet Cloud Gaming. You followed me back fast about 30 minutes ago on the quest. These guys were destroying me, and I was trying to pull you into the game.
Vet isn't there right now. He's coming soon.
That would be nice if we could get a Fable announcement.
Oh yeah. Just trying to catch up to the chat.
Unfortunately, I think Fable's out there. I know. I will say a couple weeks ago, Jeff Grubb said that internally, Fable was slated for next year, but that it could easily be pushed back.
I could see it like 2024 release window.
Yeah, he was saying that some of the bigger titles on the list, he listed out several that had an internal release date for next year, and it was like Avowed, Hellblade 2, and a couple other like big titles, including Fable. And he said, but I could see stuff like Fable or Avowed all getting their deadlines pushed to next year, which makes total sense because it's still over like a year out, and.
Oh yeah, Activision was in the news, but not for good things.
We'll get to that. I'm just going to catch up to the chat. I think I'm almost caught up. But just Christopher said, DrSpaceman, I saw your video. Sorry, brother, I was not clear. If I can play PS Premiere on browser. It's not in browser. So right now, the only ways you can play PlayStation Premium is on a Windows PC or either on a PS4 or PS5. Ideally, PS5. PS4, I think the experience is a bit rough. Due to the network chip on the PlayStation that's a bit outdated. PS5 has good performance from my experience when I played it back in a while. And PC browser, I'm definitely having a heck of a great experience with it. But I wouldn't be surprised if fairly soon PlayStation release multiple platforms for their streaming platform. They did release not too long ago was it a backbone controller for the iPhone? That is mainly for the remote play for the PS5. Well, that is what they advertised it for. But definitely, we've seen a lot of relationship being built between PlayStation and Apple. So it's very likely eventually we'll see the app release on a Mac or a way to play in a browser or something like that. So it's very likely that it'll expand to more platforms soon enough, and hopefully mobile, both Android and iPhone.
I'm leaning more. It's going to be a while before we see any browser or mobile app for PlayStation Cloud. That's because I think PlayStation just doesn't see it as a priority. If you like, for example, over the summer when Stray and all these other titles came to PS Plus, it took them over a month to update the app.
Mm-hmm.
That is unacceptable, honestly.
Yeah.
It's clear that
I think they were
not
having
people
problems
on it.
bringing it to it, though. It's mostly technical problem they were having with it.
Yeah, but for like over a month, like these titles were not available with no update. That's telling me that they're short staffed on that end.
Yeah, I think personally, I have the feeling that they'll be releasing an entire new app or just something built optimized for the browser in the future. Like it'll be a total switch over soon, because even like the DualSense right now, the PS5 controller is not yet natively compatible with a PlayStation Plus. So I was able to use it, but like in the video I have put the whole tutorial on how to do the turnaround to have it work, so I can use my DualSense wireless with it now, and works really well. But I had to use a third-party software for that, and I had to do some tweaking. But yeah, since they haven't added support for that, and there's a lot missing, I definitely think what we're going to see is entirely new, either a new app or something in browsers. But they're going to do a major shift of how it looks on PC, and at the same time, they'll probably release it on other platforms. But I definitely think they're. I think that they're having issue with the current app because it's not their priority, as in they might be developing something else. But also they got the PS5 that they were spending a lot of time working on. So it's always hard to say what PlayStation is doing behind their closed door,
They're
because
making a
they're
lot of
not.
remasters.
Yeah.
Well, based on leaks, yeah.
So yeah, if Fable and Starfield weren't on Game Pass, I would actually buy an Xbox. So I have to say that in some case, exclusive do work. Oh, exclusive games are like
They work a lot.
IPs have a lot of value. There's a reason why a lot of studios are being bought up here and there. Like they're buying IPs all over the place. Like Embracer just bought all of the rights for Lord of the Ring. Its IPs are extremely valuable, and it's a race for who's buying what right now.
Reckless Comedy did they do skits about the platforms, and I mean they did Anthony showed it on his show, but they did a skit about Stadia, and then Stadia was like, I got exclusives like Pixel Raider, and it was, and I started thinking about it, man. It's funny now to laugh, but exclusives, they do matter sometimes, folks.
Yeah, I actually shared that with him in Discord initially.
Yeah.
Holtz brought it to my attention.
I
And
love Reckless Comedy. They're hilarious. PlayStation Girl.
But it was just funny because I put it in his Discord and said, this is how I feel when I try and explain Stadia to my like casual gaming friends, and they're like, you need a Chromecast what for to play it on my TV, and then just
Yeah.
a lot of them just don't get it.
Yeah. And then the Stadia Girl was I'm disappearing. What's going on? You hear the flat line, and then she starts disappearing. And they're beautiful girls too. Just want to say that. Beautiful. Funny.
So Anthony is asking, Spaceman, someone told me there is an Android backbone. Do you know if this is true? Yes, but I don't think there is a Android backbone for the DualSense, like the one for iPhone. I can check just to be sure.
I think they had planned for one, but they didn't announce when it was coming out.
Sense backbone.
What's up, Paul? What's up, my fellow Scorns? Paul, how you doing with Scorns, dude? Are you getting ahead in Scorns, dude? I need some help.
I only see the version for iPhone. But yeah, the Android one is in the PlayStation version for some reason. If they could release that, it would be nice. But it seems for now it's only for iPhone.
It's really weird. I feel like PlayStation has this kind of partnership with iPhone or like Apple, and we just don't know it. Because they sell their controllers on the Apple Store as well, so it's really weird at why it's only like specific things that they're listing on the Apple Store.
Yeah, there's something going on, but it's not quite. Yeah, it's odd their partnership that they have. Like if they have a partnership, like you can.
They have
for the longest time, you've been able to buy the DualSense on the App Store, and not the App Store, but on the Apple Store. But it's like, why the DualSense for Apple? So, yeah, it's really weird. So, what news do you guys want to cover first? Just going through the stuff. So we can look at the GeForce Now blog post if you guys want.
Yeah, do that. Bless you.
Thank you. Kind of odd that isn't there now. You're late, vet. So GeForce Now blog post this week. They're showing. They're actually showcasing the new Google announced Chromebooks designed for cloud gaming. So, you guys have any thought on those software on those Chromebooks? I think it's neat, but I'm not sure because Chromebooks are kind of nice, but they don't do as much as Windows or Apple notebooks.
Yeah,
go ahead, Mick.
I was gonna say the techie in me is like, I want one to try it out and test it out and stuff, but another part of me is like, don't do that. You've already got a Surface laptop and you've got a Steam Deck. You don't need it.
Mm-hmm. And like Meg is saying here, I really wanted a G Cloud, but those Chromebooks have 120 hertz screen, which
they got Wi-Fi 6.
And that's the thing. Chromebooks, the advantage you have with those, but you can still find the equivalent in Windows. But the thing with Chromebooks, Chrome OS is super light to run, so it runs on pretty cheap machines. And so by doing cloud gaming focused Chromebooks, you can have a lot. You can build a laptop that has much higher spec for screen, for like the resolution, frame rate, and everything, while keeping the hardware on the cheap side. Normally, you find those specs only in more expensive Windows laptops, because if you go in cheaper Windows laptops, Windows by itself is already asking so much resources to run that you need something a bit beefier, or else it's gonna lag all the time. It's gonna Windows is gonna crash your laptop if you have very low specs over time, and if you're running like too much stuff at the same time. So if you have a Windows laptop with the intent of gaming like 120 frame per second, automatically they'll try to push it so that you have a better CPU, a dedicated GPU in the laptop and everything, and it's going to bring up the price. But those Chromebooks, very light OS, runs on pretty much anything, but now it's optimized to have 120 FPS on the screen, and it's a very high resolution. I was looking at it. It's like 1600p, which is very impressive for a Chromebook. We'll just make that bigger. So it's still very interesting. I'm not sure about the prices for those. Have you guys seen the prices? I haven't yet.
Yeah, they're up there with
pretty pricey.
They're up there with like buying a window laptop, so they need to come down a little bit.
Yeah, honestly, they're on the pricey side.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they're pricey, okay, like Acer Chromebook, $649 in Canada. It's pricey, but not that much though. I'm just gonna check the other one. Asus, $699, $729. And the iPad, 16-inch, $399. It's an i3 CPU in there. That is actually an interesting deal for the Lenovo here. The iPad gaming Chromebook. You got a decent screen. 120 hertz, 1600p. This one is actually falls in the definition of what. So $399, I believe that is Canadian, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be a decent deal. So even cheaper in the United States. So yes, you can buy some Windows laptops, but Windows laptops with screens like that, that price, that'll be hard to find. So definitely. Nick says, interested to see more about Razer's handheld. I think tomorrow we will learn more. Oh, tomorrow? They got an event?
Let's see. I got something in my email.
G Cloud is 60 FPS. Yeah, Meg said it. Is it more than 1080? G Cloud is 1080, and those Chromebooks are 1600p. You were saying, Maker?
Yeah, I'm somewhat more interested in getting the Razer device, especially since they've already said that they're gonna have partnerships with like Verizon to support 5G, and I saw a Twitter post from like Jess Gordon from Windows Central, and he had mentioned uh, he said don't get the G Cloud, something better is coming. And then I saw on one
Yeah,
of the later.
I think he had the positive outlook on the G Cloud, but then he went and said, "Yeah, there's something better."
Yeah, I saw on one of his other, or like I think it was under that thread. Someone said like you said something was better. What is it? And he said the Razer device. So
So it was the
I'm
Razer
guessing.
he was talking about.
So I'm interested to see what the specs are, what it's going to look like, and stuff like that. So I can like determine for myself if I do want to invest in that one.
Nice. Just checking. Awesome. Looking good. So Vet has arrived, but he's gone. Oh, there he is.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was still busy.
You know, we got a show.
Yeah.
We are doing a show while you're playing with your VR.
Well,
Yeah, Vet was stuck in the metaverse while we were doing the show. So
somebody said they needed my help, so I tried to save him. What can I say?
You talking about Mr. Urban World? What do you guys like holding hands and running through a field?
Okay, not everybody needs that.
Now Maker's gonna join you. Maker's gonna
What,
join
you trying to see whose is bigger? All right.
Yeah,
well,
I know mine's bigger.
for those of you actually want smaller, like the Pro one, it's a super small.
Maker
wants a smaller.
Maker does look bigger than you, Vet.
Meg says, "I don't care about
It's where the camera is positioned here. Let me fix that.
Whoa.
There we go.
He's got to get up close to the camera, folks, to make it look bigger.
There we go. Oh, you mean like that? Yeah, just get it
all in my face. Damn.
All a question of perspective. Yeah. So Meg said, "I don't care about 5G on Razer, but I want to know the screen specs. I do not want to pay another monthly fee for a
Are we
data
talking
plan
about the
at
Razer
all."
device that's exclusive to Verizon?
Yeah, that's
so we'll probably don't get it in Canada then.
Does anybody remember what happened to the Pixel device when it was exclusive to Verizon? It didn't sell. It literally only
went from
took off
Verizon to
after.
Verizon.
Yeah, well, it did. I mean, they had to. I think it was locked to Verizon for several, at least the Pix. I don't remember how many generations, but it took leaving Verizon and being basically going to T-Mobile and AT&T before it actually, branched out and other people got to see it. Exclusivity to one cell phone company is never a good thing, and that's going to be a failure because of that.
All phones have hotspots though, so why pay more for a separate SIM card and extra data? Yeah, I do agree with that.
But in the US, you're not getting an unlimited hotspot. Like I have AT&T, and the hotspot that's on my phone is only 3 gig, which can get used up almost pretty quickly. And the highest tier that AT&T has for an unlimited plan only gives you 5 gig of unlimited data. If I wanted a device that had a tablet or whatever, I'd have to get a separate plan, which is going to give a SIM card, but then that device gets unlimited data. So the hotspots aren't always the.
I have AT&T.
Did you play it?
I have unlimited too, Ashes and Bet, and I love it.
I do. I love the unlimited, but I don't like the capped. Okay, well, whatever, Ashes. Not everybody pays for 50 gig of hotspot data.
Yeah, I don't get any
You're still
hotspot
gonna have to pay
data,
more for a separate.
but
You're still gonna have to pay extra to have that.
Spotted 50 gigabyte last month. Wow.
But
Spotted,
the
I know
thing,
you're gonna pay for more data if you are gaming on 5G.
I mean, I'm not because I don't have Verizon, so I don't have to worry about that. And if I use 5G on my cell phone, it's unlimited data, so I don't pay extra for it then.
Why can't we just game on our ISP at home?
I do that. I don't go anywhere, mostly because I don't like people.
I second that. But I love people. I love people, but I like to be home in this game.
I don't like traffic. That's really what it comes down to. I hate driving in traffic.
Dude, guy was waiting for a bus, and somebody just walked up and hit him in the head with a hammer. I'm like, what the heck? What is wrong with people?
California. That we just that's what it is.
I think he was from
You don't
Minnesota.
see that anywhere but
I think he was from Minnesota, Virginia.
Might have been me then. Shit up. Well, hell if I know.
I actually didn't know that if you're using a hotspot, it can charge extra data. So I thought it was all part of the plan, but I guess if you have an unlimited plan, all it's odd. So,
I don't
Geek the
know,
Sneak is
like,
in the chat.
What up, geek?
I don't know what AT&T tells me is when I use up the 3 gig of allotted data that I'm allowed to, I can still use it. They just slow it down.
Yeah.
So it's like dial-up speeds for anybody that knows what that is. These young kids don't know what that is.
Hotspot just turns your data into Wi-Fi, basically. But yeah, you guys were saying like you have unlimited, but if you're using hotspot, you have a different cap.
Yeah, it's a U.S. thing. I don't know what to tell you. We're literally, this is what I've said. Internet companies in the U.S., whether it's cell phone or actual home internet, we're a third world country when it comes to that.
And Europe's they got it going on with their Wi-Fi.
Everybody else is
like
further advanced than us.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I've seen like some mobile data plans that limit you like on streaming service to 1080p or like you can only get 720p, but if you want 1080p on Netflix, YouTube, and all that, you have to pay an extra fee.
Yeah, you gotta have a higher plan. So it costs usually it's like with AT&T and Ashes could correct me. I'm not, or Ray could. I think it's like $10. So they have a $55 plan, and then the one that's $65 a month allows you to use the 1080p if you're watching it on your phone.
Wow. Okay.
Land of the free, right? My ass. It's everything until you get to cell phones and home internet. That's where the freedom goes away.
Yeah, what was it for the internet? They wanted not like decentralized, but
everybody overseas is like, I get 1 gig up and down. I'm like, what is that? What are you talking about?
Back in my day, we used to have Metro, and you just paid every month and just go to a Metro store. Metro.
Shit, in my day, we had that push to talk with Boost Mobile.
Hey, JD, good to see you, man.
Oh my god.
You all know what that Boost Mobile.
What up, JD? Back in JD's day, he had Net Zero. They would cut him off while he was gaming. You remember Net Zero? Radio Shack, JD.
I had to pay AOL.
You needed a different disc every time to get the free month?
Dude, no, all you had to do was tell AOL that you were going to cancel, and they'd give you 6 months free every time. I don't think I paid for service with AOL for like 3 years.
Hold on, let me put you on the phone. You've been with us for 15 years. Hold on, let me put you on the phone with the manager. I want the best deal. I've been a customer for 15 years. Ain't never missed a bill. You better hook my ass up.
Ashes threw out Earthlink. Damn, I remember.
Oh my god, Earthlink. Damn.
I looked at first. I thought he was talking Netscape. I was like, I remember that.
I used to use
that browser.
And AOL CDs as coasters in my apartment. Don't put that on my furniture. Here,
I remember we didn't even have that stuff. We had dial-up, and it was connected to a server in DOS.
Bro, I had web TV, man. I had
I remember that too.
TV. Holy crap! Some
These
people
young kids
don't even know what the hell that is.
That's
And
what I
you
was
guys
gonna
are
say.
old.
These young kids
Hey,
in the
you
chat
shut
don't
your
know what we're
mouth.
talking about.
So
Damn young kids in
we
there.
were looking at the GFN blog posts concerning those.
I want the Chromebooks.
Yeah,
I want the
Chromebooks.
Yeah, it
You
sucks.
want
I
one?
think the problem is if you think about with the way it was advertised, and I remember seeing everybody, oh, Google's coming out with Chromebooks. No, it was the wording that Google announced, the way that they announced it. It made it seem that way, and I hate I hate that they advertised it like they were coming out with these fancy Chromebooks geared for cloud gaming when literally all they're promoting is their operating system. But those things are pretty nice.
I am happy for Luna, xCloud, and G4.
Hey, 3 months of Luna Plus if you get one of those. And
I mean, that's
GFN 3080.
That's a sweet deal. That's a sweet screen. I'm not
Was
gonna hate.
Was Xbox giving away 3 months also?
Committed to cloud. You cancel Stadia and then you
Really
come out
committed.
with these Chromebooks. Bastards.
What's interesting is apparently on like a promotional site in I think it's like in Germany, they accidentally left the Stadia logo on there. On one of them.
Did they? Was it really an accident? Come on now.
Oh, wasn't it you saying they left? Well, on the G Cloud, they put the Xbox logo twice.
That was Microsoft actually saying that,
And
bro.
just to edit out one of the
yeah.
Stadia logos.
You know,
Probably.
I could see Microsoft doing that though. I could totally see him doing that. Come on now.
So Ron wants to talk about Black Nut. We can talk about him later. So
we got all the time in the world, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Everybody likes Black Knight.
No comment.
The
I
love
got
for
in
Black
trouble.
Nuts.
I was looking at Black Nuts on my screen, trying to picture something, and my wife walked in, and she's like, "I know it's been a while, Ray, but damn." No. I'm trying not like Black Nut Gaming. I was not looking at like
You were
nut.
into some Black Nut fetish?
Oh,
I was
shit.
like, and it was
Well, the
you
fact
know,
that
in the back of the pickup trucks, they have those things that you
Ray
can.
is a bit nutty.
They got. Why am I doing my hand like that? I mean, wait.
I was
When they,
oh my,
you know, on the truck, you can have those nuts that hang, you know, on the back of your truck. And I was
I
looking.
mean, yeah, you can do whatever you
It's
want
a
here.
slippery
What the
slope
hell?
when you're talking about Black Nut.
Good Lord.
this is not going. Let's just move on because this is no part of this conversation is going to
Hey,
end.
we're Cloud Nation. We talk about cloud gaming, and Black Nut is a cloud gaming service, folks. Black Nut.
Among
That
other
hang from the
things.
back of your pickup
Not
truck.
for
I mean, it
nuts,
doesn't hang from mine,
Black
but
Nut. Black Nut.
It's apparently hanging. You know, you can-
Someone said
Someone-
if Stadia wasn't canceled, these laptops could have been considered a
You know what?
Stadia console.
I mean, could they though? My Chromebook could have been considered. These are too powerful for Stadia. Stadia didn't even have the tech to handle the hardware under that. I mean, it did, but this is overkill. For if you think about what Stadia could do, this hardware under the hood of these is overkill.
Yeah, it's beyond Stadia specs.
They didn't need 100. You didn't need all that extra high performance power. This is clearly geared for GFN. It makes me wonder though with some of the other services are the other services going to be doing something else that it needs, that all of them are included, or is it just happened to include that high end stuff? And did
Meg
anybody
has a
find
very
out the
good
price on
point.
those?
Meg says, I think that's exactly why Google announced Stadia shutdown when they did, because how would it look? With Stadia promised to be 120 FPS, they announced it early, like before Stadia came out. They said Stadia will eventually be 120 FPS. And Google announced some Chromebooks that go at 120 FPS, focus on cloud gaming, and Stadia still doesn't have it. If they were announcing those Chromebooks and they were coming hot with partnerships with xCloud and everything, and Stadia was not ready to upgrade to that because Stadia was left in a World's Realm of Doom in term of development of features, were not ready to bring 120 FPS because they Google didn't have the budget last year to invest in renewing the cloud data center. That's a thing. They ran out of budget and they needed to cut somewhere, and they stopped updating the data centers. They needed new hardware. It's like, okay, we cannot do it this year. And that's how they actually balanced their budget for the end of the year
Well,
by
she
not
got
updating the data
her,
centers.
her last comment nailed it right there. Exactly what the issue, what Google's thinking is here.
So now they're promoting what used to be their competition, but Google can still make a buck by selling cloud books with their Chrome OS. Absolutely.
Hell, even
That's
with Google Play
better
on the
business.
Logitech, I mean, how the hell are you gonna have a handheld cloud device and you're promoting xCloud and you're promoting the other brand, and then you got Google Play, but you don't have Stadia? And I'm like, what the hell is going on? But Jesus,
Yeah,
we were told Stadia. Yeah, they
Yeah,
knew
they
they
knew
were
they
gonna
were going to
kill us.
kill
Stadia.
They
Stadia
knew
and
what was
kill
gonna
launch
go
the
down.
Chromebooks and then cancel Stadia a month later.
well, they knew, but these Chromebooks, they've known about them for a while now because they have to
Cali,
they have to know about those Chromebooks in advance with the board, the motherboard, all of that stuff to make sure Chrome OS works on it. So that they've known about those probably since last year.
It's
Those-
weird. You
those,
got a department of guys working on this Chromebook, and then you have the Stadia team working to keep this brand alive, and it's just.
But if you think about it this way, though, remember when the rumors came out back in July that Stadia was going to be shutting down at some point? It all starts to add up. You had these Chromebooks, and I guarantee you, Google was told that hey, we're putting these by the companies. We're making this one, this one, this one. Here's the info you need to get Chrome OS to run on it. All the specs you need, everything. They knew about it back then. So I think that it all adds up to when they shut everything, when everything was going to shut down. This was all in the works. I don't think it tied in exactly with the Chromebooks, but I think there were other issues that Google clearly was ready to shut this down. They needed an opportunity to kind of find a way out, and using these Chromebooks as an excuse to get out of the gaming business, and the Logitech handheld, all of that just kind of helped Google say, all right, we're scrapping it, shut it down.
So FCAT's saying we still talking about Stadia. Yes, because Stadia came back as a relevant news again. Sadly.
I mean, I didn't bring it up, but
well, it's the news that brought it up.
Yes, you know what though? I'd rather be talking about that than what we were talking about briefly. So with pickup trucks and stuff. So yeah, let's
something. Let me
I
explain
don't know, Ray
something.
loves talking about that.
Let me tell you something. We talk about history. What was I helping with my son earlier? His history class, and that's exactly what motherfucking Stadia is. History.
And they talked about black nuts as well. And
hey,
attaching things to pickup trucks, dangling there.
Yeah.
So Anthony says that after so much, I now think that after Google first year, Stadia didn't meet Google mark and they closed SG&E, they decided to end Stadia way back then. This is 100% what I've been thinking this whole time since it happened. Stadia was basically when they shut down SG&E. It's like, okay, we're closing down Stadia, but they had a stop of no. Stadia still has a chance, and we're like, okay, we're gonna extend a chance for Stadia as a platform without SG&E. But I'm pretty sure Phil Harrison was told to write the memo that came out not too long ago. He was told to write it down, keep it like up to date, go back to it eventually to keep it ready, and was like one email away of when we tell you, you have to shut it down, but we're giving you a chance. I think the whole time he had that email ready to go.
Yeah.
Did he have it in his back pocket when he was in Mexico? Did he
Probably.
have it in his back?
Very likely.
I mean, this
whole time it was try to make it successful.
Hey team, you guys are doing a wonderful job. When are we gonna drop the bomb on them?
Oh yeah. When he shot SGNE down, that's 100% what had happened. He knew when he stepped in the office that he was shutting that office down, still visited the employees, talked with them, checked where they were at in their projects, told them, you guys are doing an amazing job. I love seeing what you're doing. And he knew he was shutting down SGNE.
Yeah, but he's, you know, I've been in a position like that before where
It was his job.
I had to, hey man, come on, let's go out to lunch. How you doing?
But
How's
you
the
know,
family? You're fired.
He's got one
I
hell
think
of
it
a
was-
target on his back now.
I
You know that.
I think it was pretty telling with his social media being like dead silent since like the year that Stadia launched. It's pretty clear that it wasn't as successful as they wanted. Otherwise, he would be more vocal about it. He would have been more out there because he actually tweeted about it originally. He was actually like talking about it originally, and then just nothing.
And look at Phil Spencer. Jim Ryan is more active. It's like everyone else in the position that he had is super vocal about their platform, and he just disappeared.
If I could go back in time, I wish, and this is just my opinion, just shut the shit down. When you close down the studio, just shut everything down to just make everybody still invest, still believe 100 games and all this other stuff, you know, not bringing back DLCs and all the sports games, not getting the next games.
It was
stop, just shut it. Just shut it down.
Yeah, it was way better to watch them burn their bridge. Watch Google burn their bridges with every company and every developer that they've had and create a ginormous PR nightmare for themselves. That was way better idea. I mean, that was probably Phil's idea anyways. He probably suggested that. Hey, let's create a giant nightmare for ourselves, and that our PR can't handle, that we're going to have to shell out a shit ton of money to pay everybody back because we already shot ourselves in the foot on that one. So let's just keep digging our grave.
I gotta give props. There was a lot of people out there that saw this and they got the hell out, and there was a lot of people like myself rooting for the underdog. Maybe they was gonna pull this out, you know, the expansions, and hey, they have FIFA 23, and fuck you, I almost bought FIFA 23 that day, and
you would have gotten your money back.
What, in January?
Possibly.
In fucking January.
Come on.
January, I would have got my money back, and I would have been pissed.
You think you will?
If they don't pay, they're exposing themselves to pretty serious losses.
I understand that, but to believe that they're going to pay you back is, you're thinking the same logic that they weren't going to shut down in the first place.
Hello. I just purchased FIFA 23, and you guys just announced 20 minutes ago that you guys are closing down, and I see the store is closed down. Can I get my money back? Sorry, sir, but in January we plan on doing all the, we're gonna give everybody their money back in January. Fuck that.
I'm not saying that they're not going to. I will believe it when I see it. When I see someone post an email saying that they're, asking for an updated debit card, bank account information, I will believe it then. But until that happens, I don't believe it, because this is Google we're talking about. The ones that said that it wasn't shutting down.
I have to agree with you, man. That's why, hey, I get this Chromebook. You're going to fucking support the Chromebook, huh? You're going to support this new, because you guys are invested in cloud gaming. Are you going to support your Chromebook? Or are you going to tell us to go screw ourselves with that too? So
no, they're going to be like, go buy Microsoft. Go buy a Windows laptop. You'd be way better off.
But Meg says, by watching Stadia's move since they announced in June 2019, you can see them slipping winding down since 2020, start of fiscal 2021 when they shot SGNE. For me, how I saw it, Google announced Stadia. They were going hot with it. They were announcing it. They were teasing a lot of stuff. The moment they put a pre-order live for the Founders Edition, and that the day was getting closer, I think that at that moment was when trouble started. They had a lot of Founders Edition, and they were not selling as much as they were hoping for. And when they shipped and they sent the codes, the numbers were not lining up. And already they were walking on their tippy toes. And there was still the hype.
Yeah.
but there was still a like kind of a prudence to it. Like they were careful about what they were saying.
Right.
And for that reason, a lot of updates were spaced out. Okay, they were busy with launching the platform, but you could already feel a bit of a like being too cautious at a moment that you need to be like bullish about what you're doing, that you need to be like on the ball. Oh, we're trying to not make too much noise already at the very beginning. And when they rolled out the actual release open to everyone, that was a hard hit. Okay, we're going to hope that our big titles like Cyberpunk 2077 really bring Stadia into people's hand. So already at that moment, there was some trouble. Like there was some cracks in when Cyberpunk came out. And that was their big moment of, see, it works. And nobody cared.
Well, Megan said Chrome OS, Pixel, some things are tried and true and more safe to invest in. I mean, Chrome OS, yes. Pixel, that's debatable because we saw how'd that tablet work? How'd that Pixel Slate work out for them? Oh, that's right. They canceled that after a certain time frame because nobody wanted a Chrome OS tablet. I know that they're getting back into it, but they obviously I don't trust a lot of their stuff. They've scrapped so many things, whether it's software, whether it's hardware. You just got to be careful. This is Google. And to put 100% faith that they're going to give you your money back is naive. 100% naive if you think that.
But we were. Yeah,
I think there's a potential that they will, but it's just because of the PR nightmare that it is. But
they don't care though. They already created a PR nightmare. They clearly don't care.
Yeah, but it would give it a little bit of goodwill if they decided to go back on that and not do full refunds. I'm just going to see another big blowback for Google, and Google won't want that again.
Let's be real. They probably will give you a refund. It's going to be on a nice, shiny, rectangular card that says Google Play credit.
I could see that. I honestly could, but
that would be bad.
They're not gonna do because people are already like, "Fuck you, Google, just give me my money back." So if they try and do that,
but yes, I get that they are saying that, but
no, they already confirmed that it won't be that though. They already confirmed that it will not be that.
No, I understand. I know that. I'm just saying.
I've got the email that says so.
You can say all you want. Well, people are already pissed off at them, but they're still buying their products. If you're that pissed off at Google as a whole, you would have cut ties with all of their products, but you're not going to do that. There's people that are pissed off about Stadia still buying Pixel devices. You're obviously not too pissed off at Google if you're still investing money into them. They know that. You can't tell me that they don't know that.
It's like you going to a hooker, man, and she's got, she's got some STDs, but you just like going to her because she's got that good.
Why are you bringing that one? Why you just got to single me out of that one? What the fuck?
She gonna burn you. She gonna burn you.
Look, I'm gonna leave it at this because it is what it is. I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, Christopher, he was talking about the fact that Google plan was likely the whole time to have a immersive stream, and that's it. 100%. Google makes way more money with their corporate deals than with their consumer products. Like they make a lot of money with advertisement. We're not the one paying that amount of money. It's corporate deals. The amount of money they make with their cloud services, mostly corporate.
Okay, Meg, that is inaccurate. Yes, the Bluetooth was not confirmed by Google or Stadia. The refunds were not confirmed by Google either. 100%. No one said that. And even if you contact support, they clearly tell you they don't know if it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. They have to wait from the high up people all the way at the top. Nobody has ever confirmed that this money is going to show up at a certain time frame. They are, you know what? I'll believe it when I see it. Good luck. You have 100% faith in that. I'm happy for you because you also, for those that have 100% faith that you're going to get that money back, you had 100% faith. How'd Stadia last for you? Because you were the same people that said that.
Stadia also said that they're here to stay and that they weren't closing down.
No, they're here to stay. Remember, They're here to stay. You got that 8K, 120 FPS, or 240, whatever they claimed.
The thing is, the wording they used in the email to say how the refund would be processed, because they didn't just say it's going to happen. They explained some
sent out
details of how it will be
generic
processed.
email.
No, it's not generic. It's very specific. If they don't meet that, it's going to be expensive as hell for them.
It's going to
Didn't
be
they
a
also say they
blowback,
were gonna-
but I think
Didn't they
I think
also
they
say
could
they were going to
also-
update stuff, the blog or whatever the FAQ or the help thing, support thing was going to get updated? Yeah, that hasn't happened either. I'm glad everybody had so much faith in Google. I applaud you guys on that one. That's all I have to say.
I will. I mean, honestly though, when they put stuff in writing though, and this
email.
is
Do you know how
it's
easy it is to create an email?
this
Come
is
on now.
a Stadia announcement fact. That's
Anybody can create those. That's generic information that they're giving you.
we will be offering
Original
refunds
payment-
for all Stadia hardware purchases, Stadia controller, Founders Edition, Premier Editions, and
okay,
Play and
hold on.
Watch with Google TV
Now,
packages made through the
no.
Google Store
Read the
and
first two
software.
words. What's the first two words in that highlighted section? Our intent. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Their intent is to, but they also said that this Stadia help is going to get updated, which means that it'll probably get updated, and that date will change further out.
There
The
are
intent-
there are loopholes.
The
Of course,
intent
Google, come on now.
is if your credit card that you use to buy the payments is canceled, they can't refund on that credit card.
Oh no, that means that it'll take even longer to get your money back. Oh, a loophole. Come on now, this is a business, a multi-billion-dollar business. You don't think they're gonna find ways to get around this shit?
I do think you shouldn't take it at like a complete face value, because I mean, it is
But there are a lot of people that are. That's the problem. That's all I'm getting at. That's my problem with this whole situation.
Because to me, I'm like, they said that they're going to refund you for your purchases, but they don't specify it's going to be a completely full refund of everything, or is it going to be a partial refund? Is it going to be what the current MSRP is, or the MSRP that you paid originally? You know, there's no like clear definitions of it. It just says that you're going to be getting a refund for all your software, your hardware, your Chromecast Ultra purchases, and they just don't specify how much. Like, how much of it are you getting refunded back? Are you getting the full refund, or get it part?
Pretty sure it's clear that it's everything.
It says you're going to get a full refund for everything that you purchased.
Did it tell you we were going to lose our services to Ubisoft?
No, it didn't tell you that you're going to lose your services to
Did
Ubisoft.
it tell you that?
No, it
They'll
didn't.
be offering refunds for all the Stadia hardware purchases.
Anthony,
So all the Stadia
right there, it says it
Yeah,
right there.
it says we'll be offering refunds. It doesn't say it's going to be a full refund.
Because they did that on purpose. They left it vague, open-ended, exactly as Anthony said. The word intent is a little open-ended. That whole Stadia help, if you actually read slowly, bit by bit, that is the most vaguely open-ended document I've ever read. They've left it as best they can to where they don't have to actually give you the full information. And people are taking that as legitimate.
I love it. Ashes to ashes. Give me one. I want a foil hat.
Some tinfoil hat in here now. I do agree with Ashes. You guys are pulling some strands right now that
I just think that
I don't
not a
see
lot
it
of
happen.
questions.
Google is already in hot water over this. I personally think, other than logistic problems, it happens. They can have problems sending payments to certain regions. I would think Google extremely stupid, extremely dumb, extremely no freaking brain in their head.
You mean
they messed that up?
Wait, you mean like telling everybody that Stadia is not going anywhere, but then clearly shutting it down the same day?
That's normal business. That is 100% normal business. If your business is shutting down, you tell everyone everything is fine. You have to do that.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like your stocks will tank if it comes out that you are, and things will change, and businesses never want to have that negative outlook, and I think that's why I'm half and half on it. I could see it being a full refund. I could see it being a partial refund. You know, there's clauses, I'm sure, in their terms of service where they could say that they don't have to offer you the full value of the game back as a refund, and I could see them working around that and being like, well, we gave you partial refund for your games
I want it
because you get
Baron plays.
pickles.
If they fully refund me, I want that to eat a whole jar of spicy pickles on stream. And it has to be at least medium size, not the tiny jars.
Nah, man. Give him large, big, huge, large, crunchy pickles.
Yeah, family size jar.
Oh man!
I hope we get full refund, but if it doesn't happen, I will take what I can get. But to be honest, I don't think Google is in trouble because it's only like 50 stadiums anyway.
Damn.
Oh my god,
that's cute, Ray. But where's your Quest 2, Steam Deck, and Shield TV again?
Bruh, I got it right over here. I just can't reach it.
But it's like any lawyer who's got half a mind will tell Google, you're doing those refunds. You do them properly, you get out of there. It's too much heat that Google can get out of that. They can't afford to do that.
I think that they could, you know, and a lot of the thing is like if it does go to court, there's a lot of pressure because Google has a lot of money. And I mean, just look at the class action lawsuit that someone filed regards to the 4K statement made by Stadia. You know, all they did was like, oh, everybody gets a $10 off coupon for Stadia. You know, these big corporations can get away with a lot of that stuff because of that pressure that they have.
Not all the time. I worked for a company and there was a class action and we had to pay
not all the time. No,
we had to pay every customer 2 G's. Each of those customers 2 G's because of a policy and something that they didn't do that they were supposed to do, and they didn't do it. And so all those people got
not all the time.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is most of the time these like even PlayStation has class action lawsuits ongoing, and a lot of those get dismissed. Yeah, and
Meg, like you guys are making something out of nothing. That's vet.
I have to agree with Meg on this.
That's vet maker, man.
Oh, I'm just saying, like I wouldn't take a company at its face value. You know that you can unless it's strictly like has clear details as to what they're doing in terms of this refund process. I would not be 100% positive that I'm going to get a completely full refund for what I purchased. I expect a refund, but to what value, I don't know.
I'm still very confident that we're getting the full refund, and for most people, it should be in time. There might be some isolated cases of logistic problems. Those will be isolated. For the majority of people in most countries, I think it will be in time.
I mean, I'd be happy with
with a half. Have a good night.
A half refund.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Because I did get to play the games, I got to utilize the services and the software. And some of these people are actually offering free codes like Ember. I'm going to be able to get a free PC code because I bought it on Stadia. And so to me, that's why I could see like partial refunds being dished out, because we did get to utilize that software. You got to play those games in the time period that we do have.
I know there's going to be. I mean, I remember in the very beginning when they were sending out the codes to hop on Stadia, and that was a clusterfuck because a lot of people didn't get their codes. A lot of people didn't get their controllers. I mean, things happen. But I think, me personally, I think they're going to do the right thing. But then I also don't trust them. But we'll see.
I hope they do, but we'll see. You know, as of before, I'm 50-50 on it. You know, I don't think that they're going to be giving Google Play credit, since they clearly defined they're going to be refunding money to set persons credit card accounts. So yeah, I don't think that they would do play credit if they said that.
Now,
Anyway.
Cowboy, in the very beginning, when we were getting those AAAs, those special editions, and those bundles, some of them bundles are like $79.99, $69.99. That
What's
shit
wrong
adds
on
up.
this?
That shit adds up. That was like the first year.
We got John Porter in the chat. What's
What
up,
up, John?
Stadiums need to go to content creators. Good to see you, man. Meg, what talking about Cyberpunk. Anyway, just gonna continue in news. So basically, Nvidia for GFN is rolling out the updates. It's not just for those fancy Chromebooks. So anyone with a Chromebook will get the update. So if you were capped at like a 1080p, well, you can now get up to those same frame rates and everything. So there was an upgrade for Chromebooks in general. I do believe so.
Ooh, Del Taco Run.
Anyway, there was an upgrade for Chromebooks, so it's not just for the cloud gaming Chromebooks. So if your Chromebook had better performance than what you had before, well, you're getting an update. And there's also some interesting games like Warhammer 40k Darktide is having a closed beta, and it's on GFN. Just want to catch up to the chat. Going to Del Taco. That's what you were saying.
Make sure you get a bottle of Pepto-Bismol, man. Take it easy on that them tacos, cheeseburgers.
So, okay.
All right. Well, I don't know what the fuck that
Terry
was.
Goes that was Ray imitating what Del Taco's gonna do on Run's body. So as Terry goes, that's the game you guys were talking about. I can see the Eternal Phoenix Rising description.
Yeah, look at the hair on both of the main girls. Like orange red and sword, shield.
That's not my style of game.
But it does look good.
Did it have the word puzzle in it?
I don't know if there's puzzles, but
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is.
Ron.
Kamiwaza Way of the Thief, another game that's coming to GFN, or that came to GFN. And so, man, that looks like a PS1 game.
Yeah, I'm getting some Tenshu. What else?
Yeah.
Vibes.
Man, Tenshu was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I watched John Scar play this.
Lego Bricktail, which is now playable on mobile on GFN. The Lego games, all of them that are on GFN are now playable on mobile. Used to not be the case. So I never tried those. Well, that's Bricktail, but there's a few other Lego games similar to that on GFN that you're basically building up some puzzles, stuff like that.
If it's not the Lego games, it's not the normal Lego games. I don't play it.
Yeah, it's not like the Lego Marvel game or Batman or whatever.
I think it's Lego Star Wars or something.
It's a Phoenix Rising clone, but low budget.
Yep, that means I'll stay away from it. You guys have fun with that puzzle shit. I'll take my business elsewhere.
I love Lego Avengers.
Baron says, actually a lot of fun. Played a demo and really enjoyed it.
That's for me.
Enjoyed Scorn, to be frank.
Scones? What? Oh, Scorn. Sorry, I thought we were talking food.
Blueberry scones. Love scones.
I thought we were talking food. I got excited for a moment. Damn it.
What is this?
A lot of games. Ozymandias.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Is this another one of the
strategy game.
civilization style games?
Yeah.
Like it.
This kind of actually looks more like Humankind than it does Civilization.
Humankind and Risk.
Yeah, yeah.
Babylonian.
Risk.
Speaking
those
of
games.
Humankind, I know they apparently put the console versions on indefinite hold, so that was.
Oh yeah, I
recent.
saw that too.
Yeah.
Yep, that was announced I think yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember anymore. My days all just from a giant blur, giant motion blur.
You like that
news
motion
of
blur?
Humankind being delayed?
No, I don't.
Yeah. Humankind console edition delayed until further notice, which is never a good sign. Okay.
No, why? I'm not playing Scorn. God, what is
So
wrong with
PC
people?
Building Simulator 2 is coming out as well. The
Oh,
last
I'm waiting for that one.
Recrew-
Dude, I can't wait for
Last
PC
Recrew?
Buildings. I need to buy that
PC
one.
Building?
Yeah, I want to buy that one. I like the first one. It's one of those that you don't think that you'll enjoy because it's building computers, and who the fuck enjoys doing that in a video game, let alone in real life. But when you start playing it, it's just one of those that you get hooked into, and you just keep playing it and you lose track of time.
Yeah, I remember seeing your
curious to see
stream
the
that you were playing
partnerships
the
and
first
things.
one.
I played so much of that. I'm curious to see if they're going to get some esports and all these other things like they had with the first one, because they had a lot of things with it. Wow. Oh wow,
Wow.
they really went out with this one.
Wow, look at that.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. That's a definite upgrade from the first one.
Maybe next year I can get me a PC. I need to upgrade my PC.
Hey,
The proper PC.
I liked Myst. That's the one puzzle game I liked, but I do like this game, and this is one of those. They had all kinds of add-ons for the first one, and I don't know if they're gonna have. What the fuck?
Dude, why would you draw on a GPU chip?
I mean, I know it's the.
This
it's
memory
the-
has been wiped by the giant tinfoil hat on his head.
All right. Well, with that, I'm out. I'm gonna go into VR.
Aw, Vet.
Why did you put? Now you knew that was going to upset him, and he was going to get off the
I
screen.
just thought it was funny.
He's got feeling.
Vet.
Oh
don't
my
have
god! Look at all
feelings.
those brands. Wow.
That's a whole lot more brands than the first one. And no, Ray, I don't have feelings. I don't deal with that. I bury that shit deep down inside, put it in a locked cage, and then bury it even further and deal with it years later. I've also been told that's a terrible idea and that's something I should never do. But, who's to say that I break old habits?
You know what? Then you know what would help you playing Rabbit's Party of Legends. I think that's what you need. That's right.
I
there.
almost
Which is
want to.
now we get rabbits on
I
GFN
kinda
now.
want- Dude, after the last Rabbids game that I played. Now I'm going to play NVIDIA
Wait,
VR.
this got Mario. Is this the one with Mario?
No,
can't be
it doesn't have Mario, but it's a lot like Mario Party.
Okay.
You can't have, there's no way Mario would have been in this. It wouldn't have been on PC then. Nintendo would have had a field day with that shit.
Yeah, Mario is locked to the Nintendo hardware.
Yeah.
Anthony says my only reason I don't see a point to get a
Yeah,
PC
we're just
is
two
that
different
I can't
gamers,
think of many
cowboy.
games that PC only that I want. So would all that money for a great PC be worth it for a few games? Can play on console.
But you know what? That's the benefit of being a gamer. Everybody's different. We're not, and having the all of those choices, that's the other benefit. You have consoles, you have cloud, you have PC. That's the beauty of just being a gamer. Oh, I read that. I don't know how to take that. You're not getting on camera. Get out of here, stupid dog.
Darkest Tales.
Whoa, look at that evil teddy bear.
Teddy bear.
Weren't you a teddy bear, Ray? I feel like I saw you a picture
Nah, that was
circulating
some
the
other.
internet.
That was some other black guy. That wasn't me.
Teddy Bear Cloud Gaming.
I think that was Mr. Urban World going to a furry convention.
When
Oh,
a
I thought you were
nightmare
gonna say
creeps
some
into
kind of weird
reality, the only one that can help with those whose magical powers we've believed in since childhood, a brave teddy bear, heads to the far side of happily ever after to rescue
This is
his owner, Alicia.
Did they
Starring
work?
Ray.
So this is like a scary version of Ted, huh? Okay, I get it now. Or is this like the that horror movie of Winnie the Pooh?
So
Damn.
that's a Ray Rampage rare right there. That's what it looks like. It dresses
Oh,
up
wow,
as a
look at
teddy
all
bear
that.
with a sword.
Look, you can upgrade the teddy bear
Actually,
Teddy
looks
Bear
like a
is
fun game.
skill points.
Teddy Bear is voiced by famous cloud gaming streamer Ray.
Yeah, fuck that. Never
Oh,
happened.
shit.
Oh, look at that sourdough bread right there.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Or
you
that
can
could be a
have that.
French.
It's got a look at that. It's got a giant hole in it, and you got some weird fucking teddy bear grams things walking in and out of that hole. Shit.
And of course, there's Scorn.
Why does everybody want me to play this game? I don't understand.
I tried playing it. I'm going to give it a try. You know, Ashes to Ashes. If you're still in there, I'm gonna give it another try, man.
You know
I'm gonna
he's
try.
here.
But
Is this a puzzle game or is it just one of them terrifying
I'm
games?
gonna tell you right now, Vet. As soon as you get into that game, you're gonna be cussing. I can tell you that right now.
No, that see that.
Because it's
Why?
puzzles. It's
Then why
puzzles.
oh no, that's why people want me to play it. So they want me to spend how much is this?
You're gonna rage.
And they basically want me to buy this game to literally refund it within starting it, going into
On
it within
Game
5
Pass.
minutes, ending the stream, and breaking everything in sight. I mean, if they're trying to tell me that they don't want me to stream anymore, this will probably do it. If you're going to want me to into a self-induced rage haul where I destroy everything in sight, then I mean, I can just quit streaming now. Make it easier. Shit. That way I don't destroy my own equipment.
Yvette, it's on Game Pass.
It's not worth it. That's not worth it. No puzzle game is worth being on Game Pass. I'd rather gouge my eye out than fucking play a puzzle game.
But
And-
there's a bunch of phallic objects in it. I know you
I
like
don't
that.
care. It's a puzzle game.
Oh
No
damn!
part of that is going to get me to play it with the word puzzle.
Holy crap! Look at the size of that guy's fat shirt.
Everything.
It says what?
I
That's,
like
that's
how
what
he
she
trailed
said.
off. He trailed off. I want to play this. I don't know
Oh,
anything about this entire series, but I want to play it.
You know, Vet, you should get into Warhammer stuff. There's a Warhammer
I don't know
store where I
don't
live
know what
in.
it is.
You can
All I've
meet a
seen.
bunch of
This
guys
is
and they
what
play
I've
with these
seen.
little, help them color these little figurines, and they're all on a tabletop, and they roll dice and stuff.
It's
I'm
like
not
Left
that
4
kind
Dead.
That's the team that
no.
did Warhammer Vermintide, the
Yeah.
rat killing game. But
I love that game.
That was a good game. I love killing rats.
they've
Okay,
taken the
so
gameplay
point
of
of
that
this is
game, but put it in the future, and you now have guns and all kind of tech stuff.
So it's just basically shooting people and blowing shit up, killing, but
Yeah,
with teammates.
It's
Oh,
like
so
Left 4
okay,
Dead.
That's all you got to do. So
It's
you're
Left-
just killing things. Okay, yeah, I'm sold. That's 100. That's my style.
That's Warhammer 40K Dark Tide.
You
Okay.
can request
Hold
access to
on.
the beta.
My wife is
and
here with pizza. Be right back.
The beta's this
Oh,
weekend.
It don't
And you
come
can
out till
stream it on
November
GFN.
30th. Oh, that's fucking gay.
Yeah.
I can't wait till then.
Might be playing this
That-
weekend.
Yeah, it's got early access this
I
weekend.
love Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, I
mean,
already
that's-
received a code on it. I didn't redeem it yet, so I will likely play it. So
I'm probably gonna take a
see.
look
I got
at
it
it.
as
I have to set up a time to figure out when I want to stream it, since it has to be this weekend,
It's nothing
and I
like
normally don't
Vermintide.
stream.
It's the team that did Vermintide,
I
and
don't-
they took the gameplay from it, but they evolved
Okay,
it
listen
and
here, FCAT.
fine-tuned
As
it.
long as I can shoot things and kill people with knives and guns, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what the game's about. I don't care about
That's
the
what it
storyline.
is.
As
The
long as
melee-
I can kill, then I'm happy.
The melee combat does look very reminiscent of Vermintide, But they've added
I-
the shooting elements with guns and
See,
stuff
that's
like that.
all I need. I
Yep.
feel like when I'm angry or I'm just having a bad day, I just play a game where I can kill people. After I've gotten my thirst for blood and I've killed a crap ton of people, I'm usually in a much happier mood.
I do
Even
that
though
after I
that
go
sounds
to the
terrible.
So
I
built
don't.
on
I
the
don't go to the
legacy of
bank.
Vermintide 2's best-in-class melee combat, Warhammer 40k Darktide introduces intense Warhammer 40k gunplay to the mix, master the balance between ranged and melee combat as you fight through a slew of enemies, feel the impact of each swipe, swing, and slice a chainsword, and fry some flesh with a laser gun. That sounds like a vet game.
Yeah, I mean,
The last
seriously,
one.
as long as I can kill, I don't care what the game's about. I just if you tell me you can have a gun and a knife and you can kill and stab people, I'm sold.
Ashley says Darktide is hitting Game Pass at launch as well. Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
No one cares.
They
Game
announced
Pass.
that a
What
ways
are you
back.
talking about? Didn't you hear Game Pass is getting shut down? I think Phil said
And
that.
you get to create your own character in this one. I think in Vermintide you had like preset characters. This one you make your own character the way you want it. What?
I don't want to make my own character. It takes too much time out of killing people.
Just make it really standard.
I am, Anthony, but the problem is that I'm terrible at them. And
No, you're not. Come on, dude. We did the Ninja Turtles. Remember that?
Okay, I think he's talking. No, that I'm good. I like that, but I'm not sure if he's talking more like the Mortal Kombat style.
Oh,
those
okay.
I'm fucking terrible at because I've tried.
Oh, that's fighters.
I used to play those. I don't play those online for a simple
Beat 'em
reason
up
that I
is
know.
like
What?
Ninja
Whoa!
Turtle,
What's up with these ships,
Pilgrim.
man?
Ooh, what is this?
That's Dual Universe. It's a first-person sci-fi MMO
Elon
built and
Musk.
driven by players.
It's an
In a
MMO.
single persistent universe, you can build almost anything out of voxels, trade in a free economy, lead in industries, travel through space, explore planets, and wage war in a fully editable sandbox universe. Subscription
Oh wait, you
based.
sold me. You said wage war. I'm sold.
So this is a voxel-based game. So you remember Crata? That was a voxel game. This is a voxel game that looks
is
tiny
this
bit
similar
more
to
advanced.
is this like Icarus and some of these other games that are, the sandbox where you're building things? But
I think this is different from Icarus.
Yeah,
okay, obviously it is. You're in the future and you can fly ships and things. I'm
trying to
okay with that. But the
what
fact
it
that
would
you
be
can
like.
wage war, I'm okay with that. I like.
It looks like a No Man's Sky MMO with more action, and that you can pretty much create whatever you want. So it looks interesting.
What's the CMA? What is that? What am I missing here?
That's
What?
the Country Music Awards. Vet. Country
Well, I mean, I
Music
know
Award,
that.
CMA.
I know that.
Never heard of this.
Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about CMA in the UK?
Oh yeah, it's the
Okay,
I don't know who
separate
that
xCloud from Game Pass.
Yeah, but if that happens, that'll be in the UK. You'll have a separate one. It won't happen in the US. I think it'll happen here in America.
Do you mean that they'll have to charge for xCloud and for Game Pass, or
probably? I could see that happening in the UK, but not here.
Isn't that what they're already doing with Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate?
Yeah, they'll just have a set. They'll probably, if they have to separate it to meet the needs over in the UK, you'll probably have Game Pass. You'll have Game Pass Ultimate, and you'll have whatever the fuck they would charge for xCloud. You'll technically have 3 different services. I don't know how they would pull that one off over there, but it doesn't really apply to me per se because I'm in America. So
because I think xCloud on its own is free though.
Welcome back, Geek to Sneak.
I mean, if they have to break something up, just use a VPN. Say you're in America, then get around and use the loophole.
Because if you think about it, look at Fortnite. It's free to play, and you don't need Game Pass to access it. And if it's not a temporary thing, that it'll always be like that, in
Turn down
theory, once they release the purchase games on xCloud, it should be the same way, the same as the free-to-play titles.
I don't know. I guess
So if you
Microsoft
buy games on the Xbox store and they're available in the cloud, in my opinion, it'll follow Fortnite's model where you don't need to have
Could-
xCloud, you don't need Game Pass to in order to access them.
Could you
I think
see
they'll require
Microsoft
it.
do? Here's one for Microsoft could. I don't know if they would do this. This would be kind of effed up. But what if they're forced to separate the two? They could just be like, you know what? Then they ain't getting it. We just won't allow it over there anymore. We'll pull the whole damn thing from the UK.
is too much of a big market, though. Europe is
then-
every country is very dense population. It's too much money to pass on.
If it costs more money to separate the two, well, actually, it wouldn't. They would actually make more money. So actually, I could see them separated because that's more money for Microsoft.
I think they would just find a way around it, or they might just separate
Yeah.
it in the UK, but they won't
probably-
just take the UK out of the deal.
You mean they won't threaten like some of these other companies have threatened to do with search engines and stuff in other countries? No, if it comes down to it, they're just going to separate it. Just the UK is just going to have to pay for a separate service, whereas everyone else won't have to.
I think Xbox is just straight up going to say, okay, well, xCloud is a free service if you own the games.
Ooh.
And if you
There's-
want Game Pass,
there's your
it'll be on
loophole.
xCloud.
I don't think
And
so.
there's
I think
your
they're gonna.
loophole.
I think they're gonna require you to have Game Pass, a Game Pass subscription to play. Because I think for free to play titles, I think they'll allow you to play them free. But I think the paid titles, like
Why would they do it different for paid titles? You're paid for them.
it's the same way that you have to pay for online access for certain titles on Xbox.
I don't have to pay.
Yeah,
for
but
those.
what I mean is,
I
how
don't have
is
an
the paid
Xbox.
title different to a free to play? As in the free to play, how can they offer them for free, while the paid titles that you paid Microsoft money for, they wouldn't be able to provide it to you?
They could argue it's larger file sizes, and that they'll for the more premium titles, and that since it's going to require more server space or specifically database.
Because there is a microtransaction aspect of it with a free to play title that they're making money out of.
Yep.
But I
Where
still
a premium
think
title, you might not necessarily make that extra money off of it.
Mhm,
I think
depending on the title.
Anthony,
But
I think the cloud companies aren't going to really care about you because you're one out of you're not the market that they're going to be pursuing. You're old compared to the market that they're pursuing. That's
Plus,
just my opinion.
Plus, I think the successful franchises are all more like pay to play. Like GFN, you pay like a premium to get that rig.
yeah,
and
but
so
GFN doesn't sell doesn't have a storefront though. It doesn't sell games. So the only way they can make money is by selling a subscription. While Xbox, if they offer you free access to xCloud, like they say, xCloud is open to anyone. You can just buy games on Microsoft and play them through xCloud, and we're not charging you anything.
So
That becomes very
think
interesting for
eventually they
anyone
go
to buy
that
a
route.
set.
wasn't there another?
I think
service
it'll come
did
that
though?
route immediately.
Wait,
I
wasn't there?
If you bring
Wasn't
it
there-
that way, because why are they making Fortnite free to play, but they would not do that with their own game? Let's say you buy a game on sale on Xbox for $5, and you don't have an Xbox, and it's like, oh, I just paid $5. I can play that game whenever. But when you're doing that, you still have to go in the Xbox ecosystem. You're logging into your xCloud account. You're going through the deals. Oh, get this game for 60% off, get that game. Like, you're seeing the store right in front of you in order to access the game that you do own.
So
where did I hear this before?
Doctor, can you answer? So Anthony's question to us is, so I'm kind of not as big into the cloud anymore. I gave the cloud almost 3 years, just like me too, years to impress me, and it failed. It showed me the reason why I should put hardware first. What you guys think? There is other cloud platforms that are, GeForce Now, a lot of people are playing on. A lot of people and that's growing and growing and growing. But like I said, there's different type of gamers. There's multiple gamers. There's cloud gamers. There's console gamers. There's PC gamers. There's different gamers.
Anthony, eventually you're just gonna be an old person sitting in your house with a bunch of dusty ass.
Okay, to get out of the insulting phase of just throwing insult at Anthony.
Yeah.
My answer on this is, the thing is, you adopted cloud at the pre-early phase.
Right.
Google was coming out with Stadia at a moment where it wasn't in anyone's mind. They were pioneers. So like, we were early beta tester. Now they're phasing out as it's becoming a early adoption phase. It was pre-early adoption when Stadia came out. Like, GFN was still tweaking around with some stuff. It was still very early for them. Stadia came out and they had a solid platform. Given when they released it, it performed really well. But nobody was even close to consider it. So nobody did the work to market it other than Google, and they didn't meet the reception they were hoping for because they were the only ones doing a real big job of marketing it. Mm-hmm. And they kind of quit on that because it didn't go well. So you were disappointed by a market that was not even yet set up. So you need to give cloud gaming time. Right now, we're in the phase where it's getting interesting. The multiple platforms are investing in it. They're progressing really fast. Like we mentioned earlier, xCloud is doing a lot better, and they're extending the platform on as many devices as they can. You'll be able to play the purchase game on the platform as well. There's a lot of very interesting stuff. PlayStation on the PC is extremely playable, looks really well, plays like local for some. In my experience, it feels like playing local. And eventually they're going to go to more platforms, and they already got cloud native games that they're working on, xCloud as well as cloud native games that they're working on right now. So cloud is not yet fully fleshed out. So that's why you had a disappointment and you didn't buy into it, but you were in the pre-early phase.
Right. And then also, let me just flip that also, though. I can understand. I have people in the very beginning that I said, when we buy these games, these are our games. There's no way that Stadia would close down. And if they did close down, they would still let us play in the browser, which now that we know is not true. So I can see somebody like Anthony, or I could see somebody like FCAT. A lot of people don't believe in it as a consumer right now. So I can see it from both sides. That's why as a consumer, you have to do what fits for you. You have to do what fits your budget, what you like, what you game, and then keep your eye on what's going on and watch the growth of cloud. And if it's still not to your liking, like I said, you can still play platforms. Just do what you got to do. But there's no right and there's no wrong. There's not. Seriously. Yeah. You have a company that people trust. I invested damn near $3,000 in something. I was on this show fighting these guys and debating, talking about how great a company was and that they're getting ready to expand. They're getting ready to do that. Well, guess what? They failed me. And I have trust. I don't have trust in this company no more to, if they say something about they're going to do something with the cloud, I'm sorry, I'm not going to trust them. But there's no right or wrong, man. Just do you.
Absolutely. What about you, Maker? What's your take?
Personally, I say just watch the space, and by the time next gen or the next iteration of consoles come out, by then I would assume cloud, you're starting to see who the major players are going to be, and I would think about revisiting it then if you're that hesitant on rejoining it.
It's a bit like when we did the introduction for the show. I think you were there, but I was saying the way it feels right now, how the experience is really improving on both Xbox and PlayStation side. They're getting ready for mid-gen, like within 2 to 3 years, I think, have a parity with the current gen consoles like Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, where if you're playing in the cloud on whatever platform or on a console, that you'll have a very similar performance. And when they do release the next gen console, either simultaneously or maybe a year after, we don't know, but in the same time frame, you'll have the parity that will transfer for the next gen console and the cloud. And basically, the next gen console will be for those who still prefer to have the hardware at home, and for those who don't have the internet infrastructure yet that can provide a good enough experience with cloud. Like if you don't have fiber, or even like you don't need fiber for good cloud. Like if you get at least 100 megabyte per second or even less than that. I've played on 25 megabyte per second and still had a good experience in the cloud. So, but there's still some people depend on the ISP, depend on a lot of stuff that don't have a great experience with cloud. That happens. So you'll still possibly have the hardware like PlayStation 6 and the next Xbox iteration that will come out. But I'm fairly confident that you'll have the equivalent available in the cloud, and a console will just be for a portion of the public, and rest can just go to cloud without paying for the hardware and have exactly the same experience if you have the internet that provides the service well enough.
Get a hold of one of these priority. There's a lot of content creators that are giving out priority 3-day keys just to try out.
GFN. I got a bunch of them if you want them.
GFN, folks. Let me tell you.
I don't think GFN's for Anthony, honestly, because I mean he's not a real big. PC
I know. But there might be something on there he would probably just experience, but just try. You can't help it. Free.
I mean, they're free
to try.
You can check it out.
I'm 12 years into cloud gaming so far. That's right, because you went way back to
on live.
It has always worked, but I feel PC cloud services are the safest of them all. Why? Because the service drops. The games are yours forever.
I'll tell you right now, cloud is just the future. We were going over, we had like an all hands meeting at my job, and like the demand for jobs right now is they need more NOC people, network operations center. They need more infrastructure management, and all that's like going to be key for creating these databases, creating these cloud infrastructures, and it's just going to grow. Cloud's the future, and it's even more so today than it was when it first kind of came out.
The Stadia tech was amazing. It was just mismanaged. I'm sorry. Stadia was just mismanaged. Period.
Absolutely. Period. And it's not a coincidence that we're seeing those Chromebooks coming out, the Logitech G Cloud and the Razer Handle. Those are not just going to be for gaming. Like it's a gaming device, the G Cloud, but you're going to have more uses for that than gaming. Like it's a tablet with good controls. You got those Chromebooks and all that. You're going to see more and more hardware coming out with bare bones specs, because they'll be like what they want to reach with that is maximum battery life expectancy. So you can do like 12 hours and more without charging your device, with good screen quality, super light, well built, that can design like that can survive like dropping your device on the floor. Like they want to go for items that are built for everyday life without the need of the fancy like high performance hardware in it. Intel is working right now for it's the latest line of notebook they have that are extremely light. It's almost like tablets, but it's a laptop. So those, is it an Intel Evo, I believe, the line. They're working on a thing, and it's Jeff Gaff. No, not Jeff. Trying to remember his name. One of the content creators got like millions
Jeff
of
Jeanette?
followers. No, millions of followers.
Oh,
Millions.
that ain't Jeff Jeanette, or AKA Jiznak. No, that's not him.
But one guy I follow on Twitter, he actually saw a live presentation of it, of Intel showing him the tech, and it was a super light laptop like that, almost a tablet. And they started a game on it. I think it was Cyberpunk, I'm not sure. And it was running locally on the laptop, but at like 15 frames per second. It's like it was hard to look at from his explaining. But he activated something that was using the cloud to boost the performance of the laptop. So the laptop was sending data to the cloud of the game it was loading, and in the cloud and the data centers, they were doing the processing for its GPU. So the GPU was working in coordination with data center in the cloud to treat all the data and sending it back to the laptop and working in coordination. The game live went from, so they didn't have to stop the game, it just picked up as the internet was available. It went from like 15, 20 choppy frame per second to a smooth 60 FPS and over as he was playing the game. So it didn't need to stop the game, activated different software. It's just a moment they activated that feature that it was sharing the GPU resources in the cloud. It was working together and it will improve that. So they have a lot of plans for cloud, and it goes much further than just for gaming. It's just we see gaming because that's our main interest. Like Maker was saying a moment ago, the industry is turning to cloud just to harness more resources while having hardware that's a lot cheaper to build, more resistant, more lighter, more battery life. It's more convenient that way because we're getting network everywhere. Mm-hmm. So Meg said, I'm a hybrid gamer. I use cloud for the games that I have cloud option and PC for games that don't. By the way, do you guys have to add anything else on what we were talking about? Or
Yeah.
It's growing. It's growing fast. It's coming to us. I'm not saying I'm done with cloud. I'm saying backed up on putting cloud over hardware. No offense to anyone. We're going to see, like, especially with PlayStation, Xbox, and like eventually Nintendo will join that. Their platform is based on hardware, and they're expanding into the cloud, and they're going to have primary cloud games, but the bulk of their catalog for a while is still going to be based on the hardware. So remote play becoming more popular. Gaming preference, PS5 and xCloud. So I'm not totally gone from cloud. Just put my PS5 first and xCloud is second. Like if I had to play a game in the cloud and download it, and I would download it. It's all about what you like. Some people like Maker, some people like Urban. It's all about your taste. Friend on Xbox One and no internet and can't play it. Ooh, yeah. DRM control is bad sometimes. GFN will change this world.
I did want to specify something with FCAT. You do need internet for the initial setup for Xbox, but once you set it as a home console, you technically can play without internet. But you need internet for that initial setup.
I think you said if I try GFN, it has to be 3080 so I can play with the highest power of cloud gaming. I want to see something I haven't seen yet in the cloud.
You get 2080. That's what you get. That's what you get.
2080?
That's what you can get with the priority tier.
Oh, yeah. The RTX 2080. Okay, yeah, Ash has said exactly the same. If he makes it his home Xbox, he can play offline. Can't update it at all. Constantly has to update. You should be able to, if you go somewhere to connect to the internet, you should be able to set that up. And then you'll be fine at home. Updates it with a hotspot. Okay. What's up, Vet?
I'm good.
So we've covered the GFN stuff. And yeah, we covered that.
You already talked most of the Microsoft stuff.
We were coming on to the Microsoft / Meta partnership.
Okay.
So that is really awesome stuff. Vet actually tried a little bit of it. Or you tried out the Meta
Yeah,
headset.
the Meta World or whatever.
Meta Quest 2.
Horizon. Yeah, the Horizon World, I guess is what it's technically called. I don't know. They've got environments, but there's different things. I tested it out before I live streamed it. But what they were talking about, and Tom Warren, actually, I read that article, but I actually went and read more in depth, which, shocking. I actually read something. I know. But they're not only bringing a native Xbox cloud gaming app to the Quest 2. I think it actually goes with the Quest as well and the Quest Pro, even though that's going to be, I don't know, that's geared more for business. But what interested me the most was the fact that they're bringing the Windows applications, Microsoft Teams, Office will be available there. But the biggest thing that I took out of this was that they're bringing Microsoft Windows. This is huge that they're going to have a native app for that. You're not going to have to sideload that anymore. It's still going to be 2D for now, but does that really matter? Because you're still able to use xCloud in the in VR, so you're not going to be tied to a computer or TV. Like if you're, I don't know, your kids are using one TV, wife's got the other. Just put this on, go chill upstairs or somewhere and sit there and game. But they're also, with the Windows stuff that they're bringing, this was what interested me more with the tech side of it, was that it's going to be full Windows 11 in the cloud. A cloud-based version of Windows 11 that you'll have access to. And shut up, Siri. I didn't ask you. God. But yeah, so this is their way. And I Meg may have been the one that had said, she's not sold on the metaverse and all this, and Meta itself, their event looked lame. But Meta is doing stuff, but Microsoft never was big into VR. We all know that. I mean, Microsoft has made that perfectly clear. They've never really been big into VR. Mixed reality was their triad. Xbox, they outright refused to put VR on the Xbox, even when PlayStation was somewhat, I would guess, what you would say, successful with the PSVR and all of that, and they still refused. But this is their way of not having to do the work, the legwork. They can just team up with Facebook, who they've already been kind of close with, anyways, ever since Mixer's downfall. But this is a big partnership, especially for Facebook and in general, just overall. But I think there's going to be more that we're going to see out of this partnership, especially you're bringing Windows to the cloud, you're bringing gaming to the cloud. So to me, it seems that they're going to start push. I think we're going to see a lot of different things. I'm wondering if at some point we'll see, like Facebook gaming take a hold with the Xbox. We know you can stream with Twitch or direct stream to Twitch. I don't know if you can do that from the Xbox to YouTube or not, because I don't have a console, so I don't know if that's a thing. But I think that at some point we could see Facebook start to pop up there and with that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, and I was looking because this is also live on Facebook Gaming at the same time as it is on YouTube. I was looking earlier today at Facebook Gaming, and they've done major updates to their streaming platform, it used to be segmented, and like you were looking for information for your account, you were going to all kind of pages. It was really complicated, really odd. And now they've brought it all together. It's a lot better, and it was a lot easier to navigate.
Well, and not only that, they're also
Spectrum.
going after. Okay, can't direct stream to YouTube. All right. So, but I think that we will eventually see. I don't know when. I'm wondering if when we see the native Xbox app, Game Pass app, or Cloud. I don't know what it's going to be. My guess is it'll be Game Pass app or something along that lines. But when we see that app show up in the Quest store, you might be able to live stream to Facebook, and whether it's from the console or however they do that. I think that's when they're going to really start pushing it, because they've been changing things, especially with Facebook gaming in itself. I've been watching the changes I've seen. They've been competing with YouTube with the Facebook Reels. It's basically YouTube Shorts. They're starting to promote people putting VODs on to be uploaded to Facebook gaming. It's another going after Google and YouTube. And there's stars. There's a lot of things they've been pulling and incorporating from Twitch, from YouTube, and things like that. So it's interesting to see all of these things happen now all of a sudden, and especially I think we'll see more of that the more that Microsoft works with them.
Good luck with
See you, Ashes. Ashes is having fun with scoring, apparently.
Yeah.
See you around, man. Yep. So you mentioned earlier that you're going to get a full Windows experience in the
cloud, yes.
metaverse.
Yep.
So
that's what
does that mean
they're working.
Okay. Does that mean like fully installing games and everything? Because here in the article, I don't
know for sure. All I pulled up was some of the stuff that I had pulled up. They were talking about it was going to be tied with Microsoft 365, which is initially is the business side, but I know, it's the Windows 365 is what they're bringing. That originally was geared for businesses, but I also know that Microsoft has been looking at bringing a consumer side to that as well. But that
is including all the personalized,
apps, content, everything settings. So yeah, you're basically getting a full Windows computer just in the cloud. And I think the goal is to start with business and move itself. Yeah, I think it's going to start with businesses because that's what the Windows 365 is geared for. And I think so they'll probably shift their way. I know they're working on something. Dino, what's up, buddy? I know they're working on getting a consumer-based version of the Windows 365 at some point. See, Audi. Which to me, that's Microsoft wanting to try to compete with Shadow. That's just going to give Shadow some competition then. But
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's whether it's gaming, it's tech. I mean, there's all the stuff, these moving pieces now that are all tying together into just one giant big metaverse.
Could you imagine if they had like Game Pass Max, where you actually get a full Windows PC included with that?
Dude, that would be freaking awesome. I'd pay $30 a month for that. I don't know if it would be 30, but it's going to be more than what Game Pass Ultimate is. I mean, if you're adding a full Windows 11 PC in the cloud plus all the other perks, I would imagine I would be okay with $30 a month. I mean, even 40, depending on what your hardware you have available, but 30 is easy. I could very easily see Microsoft charge when you add that. Hey, I liked Myst. That was a good game. I actually installed it on I have the VR version of that. I don't see Anthony enjoying that game for some reason. I don't know.
I think it's a game for some people, but not for everyone.
I heard I didn't get to watch Will's stream SPG, but I know from everybody said that he struggled with that, and it was not fun to watch. Well, it might have been fun for everybody else, but not for him. Everyone else may have enjoyed watching him rage, but that metaverse stuff with Windows and all of that just tying together it's very interesting. to see how it's going to work out.
Yeah, I think Microsoft is just wants to put it wherever they can and get that outreach. You know, if someone only plays VR, just even having that on like the storefront, like play Xbox games now with Game Pass, someone's gonna take a look at it. And
This is
And well,
definitely
and
interesting stuff.
this also gets the VR, you know, whether it's VR gaming, it's just VR in general. It makes it more established. I mean, it's one thing to say, well, you know, Meta's got it or Facebook's got it, whatever. But when you say that Microsoft is investing in it as well into Meta, that's a whole nother thing. That then you just take it a little bit. Some people would take it a little bit more seriously if Microsoft's getting involved.
But also, I think you sent me something that Meta is actually starting like the metaverse thing by bringing your own avatar between Horizon and
Oh, yes.
Creta.
Yeah, they're going to be. So for those that watched when I streamed, some of those areas in the the Meta Horizon world or whatever it was, you had the top half. You didn't have any legs. They're actually getting. That's another goal thing that they're working on. So it's good. You're going to have a full movement, body, and all of that stuff that you're going to be doing. There's a lot of things that they're actually doing that I didn't realize until I got the device and I started actually researching this stuff.
Trying to find a link.
I know. I don't know if it was something like that.
I think I got it. Yeah, I got it here.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, I know I pulled up. I did see that there. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, this is another big thing.
Avatar that can travel between two platforms, so between Horizon Worlds and Creta. So I know Creta had unlockable aesthetics. It's like you had different suits, different like accessories that you could unlock. Does that mean that they were going to integrate that with their avatar system and it's going to go from one to the other?
I think that's the goal because they're working on updating the avatars as well. Like that's the next one of the things that they've been working on is getting a full body avatar that moves around when you're using it instead of just the top half basically. But I know that they're also working on what was it? I know I sent they had some special versions of Among Us was coming to the MetaQuest or to the MetaQuest 2. Marvel's Iron Man VR is coming soon. They've got some more, but they're also working on potentially, I think, Fortnite VR. There was uncovered some Fortnite VR data mining was uncovered. They found support for the Oculus Quest 2. So that's another thing that's getting pulled into this.
Meg says, I think Horizon Worlds like Stadia, the future of the tech, but poor first offering. We'll wait for a later version from a different company.
I mean Microsoft obviously isn't too upset about partnering up with Facebook on this endeavor.
Good argument from Dino here. Solid argument.
Yeah, you can't beat that one. And I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen if they actually get I mean, clearly,
I actually don't.
I have PlayStation. I have PlayStation VR, and yeah, that's the only VR I got. What's that?
Does that get hooked? Can you hook the PSVR up to the PC? Do they have drivers or anything that make it work?
You can in order to watch whatever would be on your screen, like HDMI, but you cannot control your PC with a PSVR.
Oh, that's lame.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never experienced anything on my screen.
Ew.
What?
What are you looking at? What would you? I mean, I think it's interesting that even Fortnite is getting into this now. Like Epic's they're working on a Fortnite VR
Oh
because
my
there hasn't been
god!
really any announcement. But could you imagine when that makes its way over there?
You're gonna have little kids running into the wall, dude, and running into the damn TV and running into the couch, thinking that they're in Fortnite. Come on, dude, jump in the car, let's roll out. And that's the 75-inch TV that they just ran into and cracked the screen.
Hey, that's a solid investment for these TV manufacturers. I want to get the Iron Man VR. I want that one.
I have that one, and you're gonna love flying over Malibu, fighting robots and stuff. I actually have that. You want the football though? It's $29.99. You want the football?
I already plan on getting that one because I wanted. The main reason I wanted that one was because it was licensed by the NFL.
Yeah.
Plus, somebody commented on Twitter and shared some footage of it.
I might, because it's on the PlayStation and it's got Jackson on it.
So, and Doc had asked me. I told him. So, one of the updates that I was able to do, there's an experimental mode on these VR headsets, and I was able to enable 120 hertz on it for the display. So it's not capped at when I plugged it in, it automatically adjusts these settings, and it set it at 72 hertz, but based off the PC's specs, but I was able to bump it up to 120 hertz. But so when I had it at that, I found out through the PC app that it was at 120 hertz and the resolution was 3200 by 1632. But I actually cranked it just to see how far I could go. And I was able to get it up to 120 hertz at 5408 by 2736 for the resolution. And
they've updated the specs for the Meta Quest 2. So they upgraded the frame rate.
Yeah, that was crazy just to see it go to over 5400.
This is actually Facebook Cloud Gaming I'm playing.
What? Facebook has cloud gaming? They didn't shut it down? Oh, man. Damn. That's crazy.
Taking a while to load.
What the hell is this guy walking underneath? Is that a dinosaur rib? Yeah, wow.
Looks like it.
It actually looks... I've never played Crata. Never been in... I've
never love Crata. There's a lot of really cool games in there, especially now that you have your Quest.
Yeah, I've never...
Oh, dude. Lava Floor, Prop Hunter, Red Light, Green Light.
Side scroller.
Oh, that's weird. I don't understand what's going on. Hey, you got a challenge completed. Look at that. You're getting achievements.
You ain't getting over that. Whoa. I thought that was a wall you had to climb up.
So I don't know what's going on here.
Portal.
This is actually kind of cool, though.
Hell no. If you got VR glasses and you're free falling like that.
Oh, God, no. I don't do that stuff. I tried Minecraft in VR. But I was
Fun fact, Maker has a game, him and Twitch. Yeah, that's right. He told me about it.
So I was at the top of a mountain or something in Minecraft. I didn't know what to do. And I was in the VR and I fucking fell off and I freaked the fuck out. Because I honestly thought I was falling for a moment because I had been in it for a bit too long. So I was like, I threw that shit off real fast. I'm just impressed with the graphics in this.
There is no latency at all. Well, I can feel like the mouse drags a tiny bit, but not a whole lot.
I mean, is it?
Now
but
I
is
fell
it
into a hole.
You're streaming also, though. Could that have something to do with it?
Oh, and I'm playing a 4K TV that has a tiny bit of latency. So there's my latency from.
There's some issue, and I mean we can see a little bit of a delay, but also then again, it's also on Melon.
Yeah, so it's playing really well.
I might have to check this out.
I
a
want to
lot
see
of
him
fun.
land in a hood, man. Does he like? Is it like a hood area? Seeing him, like, 'cause that's what I would build. I mean, I keep it like.
Can I land there?
See him running for his
I
life.
think I can.
That what are we saying about me?
She said,
Question asked. Did I miss something?
Krita is a great idea. That
I see. It just came down to the next one. You will hate it, but it will make good content because you'll get mad.
Yeah, you can customize the avatar. That's not what
I have a
Okay.
cyborg avatar with a robot drone that follows me.
I mean, some of the avatar what you're creating, it looks like the avatars in the metaverse within Horizon World, the Horizon World and all of that others. Oh, that looked cute. Just saying. But it looks along the same kind of
You got to cuff what I think is what's used to control your menus and stuff in VR.
But you know what? When you're wearing this and some of that area, it lets you have this wristband that when you turn over, and then it pulls up like a little thing there that you can do stuff. That's almost identical to that. Damn, they must have pulled a bunch of stuff out of this. Interesting. I guess I never really paid attention.
Interesting. So they've been working. Krita has evolved quite a bit. So Facebook Cloud Gaming.
Damn. Cloud gaming's everywhere.
Man, Krita was such a big disappointment for me. Krita is a great idea that was poorly executed. Yeah, 100% in my opinion. But with time, it could be an interesting project. And I know said, fun fact, Maker as a game him and Twiz created on Krita. Yeah, that's right. They also won game submission and entered it at a time. Yeah, they created a whole game.
Project Storm, he won some money in a Krita event.
We'll hate it, but we'll make good content because we'll get man.
I think it was it? I think we came in either second or third on the first week, and then subsequently we went down one, and then we literally won like 4 months in a row for the same game. It was crazy. Damn.
Won 4 months in a row.
Yeah, because it's based on usage and like for example, like Bryant got theirs. They won, I think, for a long time, because it was based on which game mode got played the most during each month, and so ours kept getting played in like third, fourth place, and so we just kept getting kind of money in from it. Despite us only working on it for a month.
Nice.
Yeah.
So performance is actually not too bad. It's actually pretty good. It's not like as crisp as I would want it, but it performs pretty well. Latency is good. Very responsive. Yep, quite impressed. Can't mind that.
Jesus, Apple's got Apple apparently is working on a headset as well, but theirs is utilizing VR and AR functionality. But the first headset's expected to be launched sometime next year, called Reality One or Reality Pro, based on trademark filings. they're talking that it could be upwards of $3,000, and then they had some analysts say that between $2,000 and $2,500 for theirs, which doesn't surprise me because this is Apple that we're talking about. So anything with Apple is exorbitantly expensive. Although the Quest Pro is interesting considering it's a mixed reality headset, and it does allow, so when you turn on the augmented reality mode, it turns off the VR, but everything is in color. So instead of it being like on the Quest 2, it's gray, it's all just gray. When you're looking at the real world stuff in your house to set things up, the Quest Pro will actually be everything colorized. So you'll just be looking at it like normal. But
and the headset looks
$1,500
really
is
good.
crazy. Yeah, $1,500 is for. I hope there aren't people that are buying it for gaming purposes, because that's. I mean, they basically came out and said that it was geared for businesses, and I've already seen some of the apps, and I've tested out some of the apps already that are geared for the businesses, with like doing setting up like meetings and things like that where everybody attends and it's just using your avatar to meet, sit in a board meeting or something like that.
The coolest one that I saw for the new Pro headset was that you could have external monitors for your laptop built into the VR, and so like when you would view it, there was like they had like 3 separate monitors set up all around them so that they could see like it would. What was it? Marcus Brownlee. He was the one that posted the video on Twitter. I can see if I can't find it.
Well, even the Quest 2 though, they're working on doing that for like the virtual PC and the big screen beta, the 2 basically virtual screens. They're working to get that multi-monitor setup. So literally you could just go in your VR and do everything that you would do normally. You're just going to access your PC that way.
Here, let me send you the video.
Yep.
It's going to be in private. Check that out.
Dude, the tech stuff this is the stuff I love. I love technology, and this kind of shit is crazy.
He's got the one laptop, and then watch as he looks into the.
God, that thing is. Oh,
that is fantastic.
Nice. Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. That is really cool.
So one of the updates that they had with mine was that when you do, you set up the layout, it has this thing where it will allow you to scale. Like if you have a desk that you work at with like I do, all my crap set up there, it literally has me scan my desk, do a virtual scan of the desk, and then it says, all right, set your controller down because we want to see where to level it off. So then when it does that and I push the button, then if I'm working, I can literally see the desk in VR and see it in front of me even whether I'm typing or doing something else, which is crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Doc, I think you need to invest in one. Just saying.
So Ray is getting hungry,
just have our
so I think it's
in VR then. I mean, except for Ray.
I'm doing the PlayStation. I think I'm gonna do the PlayStation VR.
You know what? I want to see if you stream it, I'll watch. I'll be there to watch. I will stay up to watch that.
So, I mean, since
the PlayStation 1 has some neat features to it.
I have a worry about it, and I wanted to be able to hook up the PC, and the previous PSVR did not, and it would suck.
You're talking PSVR 2.
Yeah,
I don't know if Sony wants to go that route though. That's the only thing I don't know if they're gonna do.
I feel they said no, but they said no about PC about a lot of things, and even like the DualSense has now like a native support in both PC and Mac, and
they said they were never going to bring their games to PC.
I get the feeling that while the PSVR 2 may not out of the box be compatible with PC, that they might eventually sell a module like the first PSVR had a little computer it came with it that was separate that you connected to your PS4, that it might sell a unit like that for the PSVR 2 in order to hook up to the PC. I think that might be a possibility in the future. Because the PSVR 2, I think, won't have the chip like that. It's all included, like you hook up directly to the PS5. So I get the feeling they might go that direction. But we'll see, because they're putting more and more value on their PC games and exploring it as an interesting venue that's very profitable for them. But gotta go. Have a good night, Dino. But I think we're also gonna wrap it up here. Ray's getting hungry. It's getting pretty late.
Chicago deep dish I need to get to.
Send that shit my way.
Oh, man.
What did you eat? I know you went behind there eating. What were you eating tonight? Because I know it.
Oh, I had a sandwich, salad, and some crackers. Y'all know, I mean, I think it's at this point, everybody knows when the camera goes off, Vet starts eating.
It's no real rage. It's just the hunger.
Yeah, hunger rage, man.
Yeah, hunger rage. Yeah.
It's no joke.
So, we're going to go around. Maker, where can we find you?
You can find me at YouTube on CGX, and then you can also find me on Twitter, Maker of Chaos 12.
I can.
Awesome. Vet, also, what will you be playing this week, Maker?
Like nuts.
What will we be playing? We might play some VR if Vet wants to play some.
I'd be down with that.
You know, obviously Fortnite. We're all going to play Fortnite.
We play some Fork Knife.
We're playing Fortnite in VR now? I didn't know it was released. I'll have to check.
Yeah, it'll be interesting when Fortnite makes it to MetaQuest and all those VR headsets.
Yeah,
it'll be pretty interesting. Cool. So, Vet, where can we find you?
Vet Cloud Gaming, YouTube, Facebook Gaming, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, pretty much all the social platforms that everybody uses except for Twitch, because that platform's dead to me now. But yeah, I may have something lined up Sunday. I don't know for sure yet. I'm working out details. Next week, probably just going to be VR. I'm not sticking to one platform anymore. I've just gotten tired of it. It's too much of a hassle trying to focus on one thing or the other. So you're just going to see gaming. So it might be, and I'm not going to have a set schedule anymore. It's just when I decide what I'm going to play, then I'll schedule it. Yeah, it's whatever I feel like. So if it's VR, if it's Xbox, if it's Luna, if it's PC, who knows? I mean, and if it's GFN, it's going to be Assassin's Creed. I'm still working to 100% complete every single thing on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm not going to play any other Assassin's Creed game until I complete that. I want everything completed 100%. And then I'm moving on to Assassin's Creed 3 because I want to do that one because I feel like playing one that gears towards American history should be interesting for a lot of my viewers that aren't from America. So giving them an American perspective of, the British and, and the Americans and how we loved each other so much.
Again, that's another title I'd love to see an RTX remix because I really love Assassin's Creed 3.
Well, I heard Meg was going to stream Assassin's Creed 4, so I was like, well, there goes that. I can't do that one now, so I'll have to do Assassin's Creed 3.
The third one was
I just feel one. I know, but I feel awkward because y'all know how I play. I just run around and kill everybody. So it really is awkward when there's, British redcoats and people, and I'm running around with a bayonet just jamming it through people, and half my viewers are from Britain, and I'm like, well, this is awkward. So, but no, the game it's a good game, and I want, because I know all of the areas in the game, like the historical site that they use, the references, so I can actually explain that stuff to people that may not know that. So that's why I want to jump into that one next.
Hey, Vet, I can just imagine you'd be like, die, you filthy redcoat, and then like, oh, hi, CGD.
Oh, hi,
Hello.
hi, Jim. I don't know what
Hi,
happened there.
Holtz.
It's
I
part of
flipped
history, man. I mean, it's all like we won.
Here's what I think of your tea. Throw it in
We
water.
won. We won. You know, America,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
That's why I
All
was
right.
so excited when GFN got that damn NASCAR game, and then I was so let down because it was fucking terrible. It was not the NASCAR I was expecting. I think you were the one that told me, Maker, that it was. I had my hopes set up for that. You may have.
I just saw it, and I think I mentioned.
I
it.
was so disappointed by that. Not GFN, but I was so disappointed that NASCAR allowed their name to be on that garbage. I thought it was just going to be, where you drive a car in a big old circle, drinking beer and waiting for a wreck to happen.
Was it
I mean, that's literally what NASCAR is. But yeah, that's what I got planned for the week. Well, I mean, it's planned but unplanned. It's my unplanned schedule of the weekly schedule. Plus sports talk. I'm sure that's going to be a fun one on Tuesday, as it always is. NFL keeps throwing curveballs everywhere. Plus, we'll have some Washington news to discuss. And then I'll be back here on Friday night.
Yeah, I sent you a clip in your DMs.
Yeah, I saw
funny.
that.
It's pretty funny.
I saw that.
Here's a place to play NASCAR.
Good. I know I like that one. I love that one. I have it for PC, but I hate installing stuff, even though I have a second hard drive now. But that's literally filled up with just nothing but VR games.
Well, it's in the cloud.
I know, but I got to sign up. That means I got to sign up for PlayStation again. I need like a service that just takes all of the cloud platforms and just lumps it all into one big price for me. Just combines them all. Just call it the super cloud platform price. I don't know. I don't care who it does it. Put them all together and just combine them all. When their powers combine.
Like Captain Planet.
Kick-ass service. Well, somebody's going to get the reference. It wasn't the chat. All right. Somebody else take over.
Where can we find you?
Listening to Vet Talk. No, I'm just playing. You can find me, Ray3473. I'm now on Trovo, guys, and I'm also part of the Cloud Ultimate team with DrSpaceman, JD, Maker, Khaos, and Vet. So we're hosting each other's shows on Trovo, which is pretty awesome. So please check that out. I do Trovo on Thursdays, guys. I did it last night. I had a blast. Thank you, JD, for hopping in, and Lee, and a whole bunch of other people. Also, tomorrow, Saturday, on xCloud Gaming, I'll be doing some Wreckfest, not on Stadia, sorry, but on xCloud, Cloud Gaming. Then Sunday, I think I'll be streaming some GFN. And then Monday, I'm going to be doing some Luna with Rock in the morning, probably about 9 a.m. My time, on the Rock Around the Clock. I'm going to show him some Luna, Rock Around the Clock. And then you guys catch me Tuesday nights. I'm with Vet. We talk about sports and football. Check me also on Retro Rewind with Jeff and William and Miss Tracy. And that's about it, guys. Just look for Ray3473 on Twitter. I post what I'm doing. Thank you, chat. You're amazing. And guys, play what you want to play. Do what you want to do. Have fun. Life is too short. Take care.
Absolutely. And as for myself, you can find me on whatever channel you're looking at. I'm live right now on YouTube, Facebook Gaming, and Trovo at the same time. And like whichever you're more comfortable with, I'm on all of those platforms when I'm streaming. And I should be playing most likely the Warhammer 40K beta over the weekend. I'll be checking maybe with that Ghost Strat we talked about, maybe playing, maybe Maker if you want to jump in there. That would be fun. Ray or whoever, we're going to organize stuff.
If you're allowed to, Ray.
In there. We're going to try to find a time and a crew to do this. So that should be fun. Other than that, Monday Night Fortnite's going to be there as well. And got a lot of gaming I'm looking at that I want to do and I don't have time for. So I'll try to schedule some stuff here and there. So just keep a lookout on my socials on at DrSpaceman Media on Twitter. I'll post whenever I go live. And be sure to hit the bell if you want to get a notification when I go live. So on this, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. Chat was amazing, was on fire. It was nice having you guys input on everything. You've pretty much led the show for a while. A lot of very good subject.
Yes.
And I always appreciate this. And guys, in the podcast, thanks for joining tonight. So on this, have a good night.
See you guys.
CMA, come on, let xCloud get it. Come on, Blizzard, Activision, come on now. Let it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen.